What is going on, you guys? What is going on? Just taking a few minutes to get the final things set up. I'll be on camera in just a moment. Just getting things set up. Just waiting to see if the game has already started because it's supposed to start at 9 p.m. And I still have not located the game just yet. So give me a few minutes and we'll go ahead and get started. It's supposed to be here on ESPN, but I think the reason why they haven't switched it over yet is because the basketball game is still going on for LSU, which to me that's like bad timing. Why would you put the LSU Tigers basketball game on the same day as the Texas Bowl? It's got to be the two dumbest things ever. You've got a whole bunch of fans watching the LSU one on the basketball side, and then you got a bunch of people trying to tune into the football side. So right now, I don't think the LSU Texas Bowl has started just yet because it looks like they're still tuned into the LSU game. Right now, LSU basketball is still on. They're up by 7. This live stream is not about the basketball game, but I think there's a delay in the football coverage because it seems that since the basketball game is still going and it's pretty competitive, they haven't started yet the LSU football game. There's the Texas Bowl that's supposed to start at 9 p.m., which is already 5 minutes after the clock. And it seems that the LSU basketball game is still going right now. So it's a little bit weird why they would have put those two together. So I'm trying to see if there's an alternate channel for it right now. So what's up, you guys? Just wanted to go ahead and get myself on the camera here so we could go ahead and get started in just a moment. I think there's a little bit of a delay on the game for the Texas Bowl because right now the basketball game's going. So I think there is a delay at the moment. So just waiting for the LSU basketball game to finish because the football game is supposed to be on right now. Yeah, so it looks like right now the LSU Tigers are winning 61-52 in the basketball game, has 2 minutes and 25 seconds to go. I think once this game finishes, it should be switching over to the football game. Because I'm checking all the sports channels right now, and I am not locating the Texas Bowl just yet. I'm still looking for it right now, and I still don't see where the Texas Bowl is. It's supposed to be on ESPN, and I've checked all my ESPN channels. So far, I haven't located it. So I'm trying to see if there is another channel that maybe has it on. Right now, I don't think there is another channel that has it on. So I guess we may have to wait until the basketball game finishes. It has a few more minutes left. Shouldn't be too much longer. Yeah, I'm trying to check to see if CBS Sports has it because typically they're the ones that have it. That channel's on commercial break. Then I'm checking over here for the Big Ten Network. That one has the women's basketball, so there's nothing there. Let me check. Go back to the ESPN channel again. Yeah, they seem to have it on all the ESPN channels right now. The LSU basketball game because right now it's a tight game. It's 61-53. They're playing Kentucky, and they're up by 8 points. Yeah, they're up by 8, and they're at LSU Tiger Stadium, or I should say they're at the LSU Stadium for the basketball. I don't know if that's the same as the Tiger Stadium. I believe it should, but I'm waiting for them to see if they're gonna go ahead and switch over. 1 minute 58 seconds to go in that game. So once that switches over, I think it'll switch to the football. So right now, still waiting for the football to start because I don't see it on any other channels. I'm checking all of my premium channels, and it looks like they haven't started the coverage yet because the basketball game is still going for LSU. So this LSU game, and they keep committing fouls. I'm like, bro, just hurry up and finish these last 2 minutes. You know what I'm saying? We're trying to catch this Texas ball right now. Shit, nobody's really trying to see this basketball game. Let's get this shit on and popping already. So I'm waiting for them to switch. They still haven't switched it up. I'm checking all my premium channels, my sports channels, and they all tuned in right now to LSU. But LSU, the basketball game, the football game hasn't started yet. Right now, the football, it looks like it's being delayed for a few more minutes until these jabronis can hurry the fuck up and finish this game. They're acting like, this game is super special. I mean, I wouldn't know. I don't follow college basketball anymore, but I don't think this is for like a championship. And if it is, it's like hurry up. Like you're the home team. You feel me? Like get this win, go home, and let's get this Texas Bowl coverage going. Oh my goodness, they're doing a whole bunch of fucking river dancing and delays and shit. All the channels seem to have the basketball on right now. I'm not sure exactly why they would have put the Texas Bowl literally at the same time as like all these basketball games, or at least the same day. Why would you put it on the same exact day? I think that's like the stupidest decision they could have done. So, how's everybody doing today, by the way? Are you going for LSU Tigers or Kansas State Wildcats? Which team are you going for? Which team are you more interested in? Which team do you like and which team do you hate? I'm not an LSU fan at all. I'm also not a Kansas State Wildcats, but we are going to cover it. I'm also double checking to see if the game has started on any of like the NFL game passes or anything like that. Right now, I don't see that any of those games, I mean, excuse me, any of those networks or platforms or channels have actually started up. So I'm thinking they are waiting for this basketball game to finish. So this must be like one of those big time pivotal games right now because at the moment they're not shifting over to anything else. And I'm even double checking online. Sometimes online we'll have the updates on different websites and stuff like that. And yeah, I'm refreshing. And at the moment, they still haven't connected the football game yet. So must be waiting for this basketball game to finish. So yeah, this game still has a few more minutes. And I actually started about 2 or 3 minutes late, but I guess I'm early now because the Texas Bowl hasn't even started yet. By the way, I will be covering the Georgia versus Alabama game, which would be, I believe, on Monday. And let me check what date that is because that's going to be a big game, big rematch. That Georgia versus Alabama. Yeah, that's January 10th, this upcoming Monday. So that's going to be a very interesting game. A lot of people were hoping that Georgia did not make it, but honestly, I think Georgia almost had to make it because they have to get that rematch and they have to be able to get revenge to be able to get payback on Alabama for what Alabama did. Because to be honest, they got crushed. So I think, it's fitting that the championship game is going to be Georgia versus Alabama. That's going to be a very interesting setup. And that's going to be a very interesting game. I'm hoping Georgia gets that victory. I've got a bet on that game. So I need Georgia to win. So now that Alabama has made it to the championship and now that Georgia's there, I just need Alabama to lose. I know I was going for them before, but I'm not going for them for the championship game. Says the Texas Bowl now on ESPN News and the ESPN app, which is a lie because there is no Texas Bowl showing on any of these channels. I've checked ESPN News and I've checked ESPN. Oh, actually, boom, ESPN News just started. Let's go. The game finally started. Shit. They've been taking forever. They were waiting for the LSU basketball game to finish, but because it didn't finish, ESPN News channel has now changed over. So, guys, if you don't have this channel, tune in and listen to it here. If you do have this channel, still tune into the live stream so that we can be able to talk about the game. So right now, it looks like the Kansas State Wildcats have the football first. The score is 0-0. The first quarter finally started. It is 6-5, and the Wildcats are currently on the 30-yard line. They're in their own territory. This is the Texas Bowl that we're covering today, and this is in Houston, Texas. Here we go. Quarterback throws a quick pass. Oof. Nice. The pass is good for about 11 yards, and that'll be good for a first. Pass thrown to number 88, Brooks. A very, very good pass. The Wildcats right now starting the game with the football first. The score is 0-0. The game just started roughly about 30 seconds to 60 seconds ago. There's 14 minutes and 3 seconds to go in the first quarter. Wildcats just got a 1st and 10. Right now, there should be a very competitive game. This is taking place in the Tax Act Texas Bowl in Houston, Texas. Tax Act Texas Bowl in Houston, Texas is what we're covering today. The Wildcats have the football. They go for a rush play. Oh, and the LSU defense absolutely swallows up the rusher. The intended rusher looks like he may be in a loss of about 5 or 6 yards. This is the Texas Bowl. It's going to be Kansas State Wildcats versus LSU Tigers. And right now, defense holding up for LSU. And it looks like it was a loss of 5. So 2nd and 15 with 13 minutes and 17 seconds to go. The first quarter has officially started. They were waiting for the basketball game to finish, but since it's not going to finish, they decided to go ahead and get it started on ESPN News Channel. Boom. And right now, a good pass, but it's only good for about 2 yards. LSU reads the defense and completely body slams the shit out of the intended receiver. So that would only be good for a gain of a few yards. Actually, it looks like it might be good for more than just 2. It looks like it could be good for about 5. So it's going to be 3rd and 10. Kansas State right now has the football. The first quarter started about 2.5 minutes ago. There's 12 minutes and 36 seconds to go. And the Wildcats right now, there's a 3rd and 10. Right now it's 3rd and 10. Looks like at the moment, they may potentially call a timeout. They're running out of clock time. It's going to be a false start if they don't hurry up. They got it off literally on the 0 second. Oh, almost a quarterback sack. They throw a big time pass to the right side. The intended receiver gets it and then runs it up for like about another 10 to 12 yards. What a beautiful play. It looked like the quarterback was literally about to be sacked. The defense of LSU humbles him on the corner, but right before they get him, he gets the ball off in time to the right side. The intended receiver is wide open, number 12, and then 4 yellow jerseys go and run into the intended receiver, but not before he was able to get the first down. He got the first, and then he ran it for about another 10, 11 yards. Beautiful play by number 12, and it looks like Kansas State is going to be moving the football up along. The drive will continue, but there is an injury right now on the field, and I think it's the same exact person who received the ball. Yeah, it's Landry Weber, number 12. He was the intended receiver for Kansas State. He received the big time pass, got the first down. Not only did he get the first down for about 11 yards, but then he ran it for like an additional 10 to 12 yards. So the total receiving yards on that play was about 21 to 22 yards. And it looks like number 12, the intended receiver who caught the ball and just made the big time play, he's on the ground right now for like 2 or 3 minutes. I don't know if he pulled his leg, but once he ran forward, after he caught the ball, he was by himself. But when he ran forward and gained those additional 12 yards, he did get a lot of impact. There was like 4 LSU defenders that ran right into him. And the way that they smacked into him, they got him from like all different corners. So like he looked like his body was like ripped in half the way he got smacked like that. So right now there is a concern already. 2 minutes, 2 minutes, no, 3 minutes almost into the game, and already a big time injury. Man, a big time reception, big time yardage, and already a big time injury. So he hasn't gotten up. He's been grabbing his leg a lot. There's a lot of medics out there checking him out, seeing if he's going to continue. But at the moment, the way he's not getting up and the way his leg is not moving, I would think he's either going to be on the sidelines for a while or potentially be escorted out the game. We will see in just a moment. Right now, everyone is still on the field. Oh, and he's being carried out right now. Shit. His left leg. Oh, man. Dude, his left leg looks so bad. Like he's being carried out right now. And like he can't even put any type of weight on his leg. Like his calf and his lower leg looks like something either got out of place or he's got a really bad injury. Damn, I feel bad for him. Dude just caught the ball for 11 yards for a first down, and then after he catches it for 11, he runs it off. Number 12, Weber on Kansas State, injured and potentially out of the game after making a huge 22-yard reception catch. Quarterback almost gets sacked again, throws the football like a cheeseburger flopping in the air. LSU almost gets the interception. Damn, unbelievable. Almost another quarterback sack by the LSU defense onto the Kansas State quarterback. Update, guys. Number 12, Weber. Big time pass. He catches it for 11 yards and then runs another 10 to 12. So he had about 21, 22 yards on the total reception. But upon going forward, 4 players attacked him at the same time simultaneously. Body goes in different angles. He's escorted off the field. He may be out for the rest of the game. Number 12, Weber, after making a phenomenal play to start the game, is being escorted off the field. Here we go. Kansas State goes for a rush play. No good. It looks like they're going to lose about 5 or 6 yards on this rush play. Terrible, terrible rush play. LSU defense read it completely, and it looks like it's going to be a loss of about 5 or 6. The intended rusher was number 22, but number 38 on LSU completely read the report, goes forward, catches the rusher, no gain, a loss of 5. It's going to be 3rd and 15. If you're just tuning in, number 12 injured and potentially out of the game. He could not move his leg. His left leg could not put any weight, even when they carried him out. He was not able to do any type of walking or pressure, and he had to be carried out by 2 people. Here we go. Kansas State quarterback looking for someone open. A pass to number 19, and it looks like it's good. Gets the football to roughly about 35-yard line. Number 19, Wheeler, good for about 5 yards or so, maybe a little bit more. Let's see where they spot the ball, and let's see if they have enough to be able to go for it on 4th down. It looks like actually it was good for 12 yards. The camera angle was terrible. I thought it was only good for about 5 or 6, but they actually gained about 12 on that play. So it's 4th and 3. They are close to the red zone. Right now, they're roughly around the 30-yard line. It looks like they're going to go for it. They're not going for the field goal. It looks like they're going for the 1st down. So here we go. They spot the ball at about the 34, 33. And it looks like the Wildcats are going to go wild on this one. Ooh, and a big time play. They go for it on 4th and 3. They get the 1st down and more. Their whole sideline is completely excited. The audience and the crowd is electric right now. Everyone is happy that they got that quick pass to number 88. A beautiful play. Bro, the way LSU defenders are taking down the Kansas State offense, a lot of these guys are going to end up injured. Like, there is a lot of rough tackles going on here. I mean, nothing's necessarily illegal plays, but it's a lot of pain going on. Current drive, 9 plays, 50 yards, 5 minutes and 22 seconds times of possession. Kansas State has had the football so far for the entire duration of the first. There's 9 minutes and 30 seconds to go. They're still on this first current drive. Almost another quarterback sack. They throw it to number 4. It's an incomplete pass. It goes flying over the intended receiver and goes out of bounds. So right now, guys, the score is still 0-0. But right now, Kansas State is in the LSU territory. They're getting closer and closer to that red zone. They're about 10 yards away from the red zone, and it's 9 minutes and 26 seconds to go in the first quarter right now. And right now, at this time, it looks like the girls on the sidelines, the cheerleaders for the Kansas State, are excited. They're dancing right now, cheering their team on. So is the audience, the fans, the crowd. Electric right now, standing up, cheering their team. It is 2nd and 10 on the 25-yard line. Right now, Kansas State is over at the LSU territory. They do a short pass. The pass is good. Oh, the intended receiver, number 4, takes it all the way, and it's good for a touchdown. Unbelievable. Number 4, Knowles, takes it all the way. Initially, it looked like he was only going to have enough to be able to get the 1st down. The defender came by, tried to get him on the legs. Ooh, and it looks like he stayed inbounds. Oh, beautiful play. Number 4, Knowles. He gets hit in the shin, goes airborne. The football breaks the plane, and on the way down, it's good for a touchdown. Kansas State with a beautiful, beautiful play. It looked like they were only going to end up with a 1st down, but they got the 1st and more. They were able to go ahead and on that one play, not only get the 1st, but get the touchdown. A beautiful airborne play by Knowles. Gets attacked by the LSU defender in the shin. Almost looked like he was going to be injured on the play. Stays airborne long enough before he drops down to be able to go ahead and break the plane, and he gets the touchdown. Number 4, Knowles, gets a beautiful touchdown, takes the impact in the shin, breaks the plane, good for a touchdown. And also, they get the 1-point field goal, and it is good. An early lead by Kansas State, starting with pure domination, using up about the first 6 minutes of the first quarter. They're up 7-0. Kansas State doing it big time. Right now, looks like Kansas State, an early lead, 7-0. Let's go to the comments really quick, as it is a quick commercial break. We have Kenneth Carson showing up saying, Vom.red, have no idea what that means. And then we have Yanim Agnesi saying Vosfed.tech. I don't know if that's a different language, but thank you guys for tuning in. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. And we got Colton Hill says, "Let's go Tigers. Need them tonight +7." Looks like Colton Hill has some money right now riding on the LSU Tigers. Well, right now, Kansas State in complete control, starting out the first quarter, pure domination, holding the ball for almost about 6 minutes, time of possession, and also they were able to go ahead, get a beautiful touchdown, even though the LSU defense did catch Knowles, number 4, in the shin. He goes airborne, breaks the plane, and gets the touchdown, and then they get the 1-point field goal. So right now, Kansas State, early domination. They're up 7-0. If you got the Tigers +7, brother, hopefully it's going to be a much closer game. Right now, it is 7-0. LSU has not had the ball yet. They've only played defense so far. The first quarter has been all Kansas State Wildcats at the moment. LSU will be getting the ball for the first time in the first quarter in just a few minutes. Right now, it is on a quick commercial break because Kansas State scored the touchdown and the 1-point field goal. So Kansas State, they get the ball first, they score first, and they are up 7-0. So they are up 7-0. Colton Hill right now has the Tigers for +7. +7. To be honest, that's a tough one, man. +7. Um, I presume that this game should be a bit closer, but +7, it's tough in college football because a lot of times, these teams lose by like 15, 12, 20 points. Some teams get blown out by 40, 50, 60 points very easily. Even when it's like a rivalry game, you just never know with college football. So if you're just tuning in, 7-0, Kansas State Wildcats are up at the moment, 7-0. LSU has not gotten the ball yet. The Wildcats got the ball first. They held it for 6 minutes so far of the first quarter. LSU will get the football for the first time now after the Wildcats have had it for a majority of the first quarter. LSU, I think, for me, has to score a touchdown. If they settle for either a field goal or get nothing, this will be a very, very tough matchup to be able to go ahead and win this game if they go down 14-zip very early on. Right now, it is currently on commercial break. After that score, we're waiting for it to go ahead and return back to the game. It looks like it's back. It looks like ESPN News was temporarily hosting the game. And now that the LSU basketball game is finally finished, it looks like they put the football game on the regular ESPN channel. So for those of you guys who are watching it on the regular ESPN, the reason why the Texas Bowl wasn't on that channel just yet is because the LSU basketball game was still on against Kentucky. They were up by 8 points, and there was still about 2 minutes to go, and they were calling a bunch of fouls, and the clock kept stopping. So they ended up starting the game on ESPN News, and then now that the basketball game is over, the football game is officially on the way on the regular ESPN channel as well. A good kickoff by Kansas State. LSU runs the football up. They get it roughly to about the 27-yard line. And now it will be LSU's turn to see if they can go ahead and strike some blood on the scoreboard. Right now, if you're just tuning in, at the moment, it is 7-0. Kansas State is up. It looks like it's going to be a 1st and 10 at about the 27-yard line. So LSU, this is their first opportunity. This is their first drive of the game. This is their first drive of the first quarter. They have not had the football yet on offense. Kansas State had it first, and they burnt about 6 minutes to start the first quarter. LSU has the football now. It looks like it is at the 27, as I stated before. The intended rusher goes in straight through the middle. Looks like it should be good for about 3.5 to 4 yards on the play. And LSU right now should be a 2nd and 6. It's the first time LSU right now having the football in this game. Let's see if they're able to convert 7 points on this drive. Right now they're showing flashbacks of an LSU game. These flashbacks look super old. It looks like this was like 10 or 12 years ago. This is a super, super old game. It looks like it was like a flashback of LSU versus the Bulldogs. The Bulldogs are not playing tonight, so I'm not sure why they're even showing that highlight because it's not against the Kansas State Wildcats. So here we go. LSU, 2nd and 6. A short pass. The defense goes in, swallows up the intended receiver, and he's only going to get good for about 2 yards. That should only be good for about 2. Should be 3rd and 4. If you're just tuning in, let me go ahead and put the score update because Kansas State has already scored. Kansas State is up right now. Kansas State Wildcats currently up 7-0 at the moment. 7-0. Right now, LSU has the football. Score update, guys. Kansas State Wildcats are up 7-0. LSU right now, 2 plays, keeping the drive alive. It's 3rd and 4 at the moment. And let's see if they can get a first down and more. LSU, I feel like they need to score on this one. Kansas State started out strong. Looks like there's a flag. Referee jumped in before they even got the ball off. Is it a false start? Waiting on the referee to go ahead and provide an update. Yep, it looks like it is a false start. It's going to be a repeat of 3rd down. Looks like it's going to be, instead of 3rd and 4, it's going to go to 3rd and 9. So right now, LSU shooting themselves in the foot with that penalty because it was a 3rd and 4. They had a little bit of momentum to go ahead and start their drive. Unfortunately, a penalty is going to push them back 5 yards. So it's going to go to 3rd and 9. 3rd and 9. Right now, Kansas State Wildcats started off the first drive very strong. Started off the opener of the first quarter very strong. They were able to convert 7 points. So here we go. They got pushed back to about the 28-yard line. So that was a big loss for them. It looks like they go to fake the pass, and that was stupid. They go to fake the pass, and instead of throwing it, they end up running it in. Number 13 and a couple of Kansas State Wildcats getting a little chippy on the field right now. And there is another flag, though. I don't know if that flag is going to be on LSU. I think it is. There's a personal foul on the offense. Oh, my goodness. So the LSU right now, it is not looking good for LSU. LSU already with 2 penalties to go ahead and start this off. So LSU not off to a good start on the offense. They continue to get pushed back. They continue to get penalties. It is not a good start for LSU. LSU right now, I don't know what they're doing out there, but they look a little bit flustered, and they look like they may not know what the hell is going on at the moment with their team. I know that it was a very quick start, for Kansas State to get 7 on the board, but at the same time, LSU, you've got to keep your composure. You've got to keep things together. Right now, you may be down by 7, but you've got to keep your head in the game. It's already 2 quick penalties for that team. And right now, that is not looking good for the LSU offense. LSU is now 3rd and 23. Unbelievable. They go for a rush play. The intended rusher, number 27, and gets a good amount of yardage, but that is definitely not going to be enough to be able to get them the first down. Unfortunately, Kansas State doing phenomenal defense. They were able to get LSU offense as far as 3rd and 23. LSU was only able to pick up 11 yards. So they're 4th and 12. And unfortunately, the LSU will have no points. They did not even get close enough to get in field goal range. They didn't even get close enough to even pass the 50-yard line. So right now, LSU, nothing on the first drive. Kansas State scored 7 on their first drive. And right now, LSU is being completely dominated by Kansas State. So right now, it is on commercial break. And let me take a moment to just send a few of my good friends the link so that they can get on the YouTube platform and then can be able to tune in to this. But an unbelievable start so far. Kansas State, pure domination. LSU gets the football back, and unfortunately, LSU was not able to convert on their first drive of the game. So right now, LSU off to a bad start. Very, very bad start. Their defense did not hold up against Kansas State's offensive opening drive for the first quarter, and then also the offense did not score anything. So right now, the offense and defense for LSU right now are both playing terrible. Kansas State so far playing really good offense and also really good defense. LSU needs to pick it up very quickly. Very quickly. If you're just tuning in, this is the Texas Bowl, and it is taking place in the NRG Stadium. This is the Texas Bowl, and it is taking place in the NRG Stadium. If you're wondering where that is, it is in Houston, Texas. It is actually called the Tax Act Texas Bowl NRG Stadium, which ironically, I didn't know Tax Act was that big. I know that TurboTax and H&R Block are super big, but never knew that Tax Act was getting so big that they now have They are hosting or presenting the Texas Bowl, so that's really good. So guys, right now score update still 7-0. Wildcats with a very early start, score big time. They scored quickly. LSU with drive number one, no points. Kansas State drive number one, they were able to get 7. So right now the score is 7-0. LSU defense and offense both a complete shit show at the moment. There's not much going on with them. So right now it looks like it's gonna be football going back to Kansas State. And if Kansas State can score another quick 7 in the first quarter, I think that LSU's chances of winning today is going to be slim pickings. Colton Hill earlier popped up and says, let's go. He says Tigers, he needs them +7. So he doesn't need the Tigers to win. He just needs the Tigers to cover +7. The way the game's starting right now doesn't look like that's going to cover, but there's still a lot of football to be played. However, I don't see this happening for the LSU because right now LSU is off to a bad start on both the offense and the defense. So right now this is what's called a Big 12 versus the SEC. SEC side is LSU. Big 12 is going to be Kansas State. So Big 12 versus SEC. This potentially looks like it could be a big time rivalry game. And right now, it is electric in the stadium. Kansas State fans are absolutely happy because the score update, Kansas State Wildcats are up 7-0. They've got the football back. Here we go back from commercial break. Kansas State has the football at the 29-yard line. They go for a rush. Ooh, they find the opening in the middle. They get the football up past the yellow line. Should be good for about 10.5 yards, and that is good for a first down. 5 minutes and 45 seconds to go in the first quarter, and right now, LSU is going to be trailing potentially by 14 if they continue to not provide better defense. Their offense slacked, and now their defense on the second drive here against the offense of Kansas State is slacking. So right now, defense and offense for LSU has come up short. Kansas State right now, 1st and 10 on the 39-yard line, 5 minutes and 19 seconds to go. Quarterback sack. LSU defense pulls up number 8. Read the opportunity to sneak in around quarterback Thompson on Kansas State. Doesn't even see it coming, down to the ground. And honestly, I'm going to be honest with you. LSU almost had gotten 2 quarterback sacks earlier in the game, and they didn't get it. But on this one, number 8 was able to sneak in and get the quarterback sack on the Kansas State quarterback. So it is 2nd and 15. It is a loss of 5 yards. Beautiful play by the defense. LSU, number 8, sneaks in and gets the quarterback sack. Here we go. They go for an intended rusher. The defense of LSU reads it. They throw him back. Oof. Looks like they did a German suplex to get his ass back. Number 22, Vaughn. Sorry, guy. You will not be moving forward. Should be only good for about 2 yards. And it looks like that's what it is. So it'll be 3rd and 13 with 4 minutes and 11 seconds to go in the first quarter. LSU defense starting to wake up a little bit, which is really good because they needed to wake up. Right now, they're losing 7-0. They cannot allow the Kansas State Wildcats to continue this offensive onslaught. So LSU waking up. Number 8, Olu Jari, playing great defense out there. Here we go. Kansas State quarterback out the pocket, throws the football deep. The football bounces up. Oh, and there's 2 flags thrown in the area. I got a feeling that's going to go against LSU defender. Oh, shit. The pass almost looked like it was caught. It bounces up and then bounces again and falls to the ground. So the pass is incomplete. However, 2 referees throw flags in the vicinity of that area. It looks like number 38 on the LSU team will get the penalty for a pass interference or for holding. Either way, it looks like it's going to be in favor of Kansas State. It looks like it is good for 1st and more. Huge, big time penalty. LSU already with 3 penalties in the first quarter. 3 penalties in the first quarter. And this one's going to hurt because this pass was incomplete, but because of the two refs throwing flags, that penalty is going to cost them a big receiving pass, which is good for roughly about 30 to 40 yards. So this is a big time penalty that's going to cost LSU a lot of field yardage here. Here we go. Kansas State goes for a rush. Go straight up the middle. Nothing there. Should be a loss for about 1 yard. It'll be 2nd and 11. Right now, LSU not playing good offense, not playing good defense, and also getting penalties. Penalties right now is killing LSU. 3 penalties already. They've had a false start. They just had a penalty right now, which was either a holding or pass interference. And then earlier they had another penalty, which I can't remember. But 3 penalties so far, looks like, for LSU. Hurting themselves real bad as it is with no scoring, but hurting themselves even more with the penalties. And here we go. Football's on the 50. Kansas State with the football. They go again for the intended rusher. LSU defense reads it again. They knew that they were going to rush it up the middle again. The intended rusher only good for about 2 yards. So it should be 3rd and long. Should be 3rd and about 11. Defense of LSU has got to hold up here. Right now, the football is going to be placed roughly around the 47 or 46-yard line. If the LSU defense holds up on this one, it will be a beautiful, beautiful opportunity for them to go ahead and take over on the next drive and potentially tie the game. It is 2 minutes and 19 seconds in the first. It is 3rd and 9. The ball is on the 48-yard line of the LSU side. It looks like the Kansas State goes for a short pass. Oh, the defense blitzed and they were unsuccessful. So right now, Kansas State, they get the first down and more, and they land around field goal range. Not gold. But they are playing golden, so it's like field goal range. Excuse my English, completely off at that point. But yes, it is a first down, 1st and 10 by field goal range. Boom, another a big time pass, a big time catch, and then to drop the football. And there's a fight breaking out right now. The LSU defender gets all over the intended receiver on the Kansas State, and he continues to shove him to the ground 3, 4, 5 different times. Oh, they've got to call a penalty on LSU. I don't see any flags. I don't see any refs saying anything at the moment, but that was a little bit unsportsmanlike contact. He grabs him, throws him down again, then shoves his mask down, then gets on top of him again, throws him down again, throws him down again. It was about 5 times that he pushed him down to the ground. That should be a penalty on LSU, man. LSU playing completely dirty out there. That is not cool at all. No penalties on either side, no fouls given. The referee's just allowing it. I wouldn't allow that because that's going to mean that LSU can just do whatever they want, and they're going to continue that onslaught of playing that terrible defense like that. Referees have got to get involved. They stopped it, but they didn't call any penalties on anyone, which to me, not cool, man. Keep it clean, play good football. Just because your football has been sucking on the offense and defense does not mean that you should be out there taking out your anger on the other players. So I believe in rough tackles, but I don't believe in playing dirty. So Kansas State right now, 3rd and 10, 1 minute and 42 seconds remaining in the first quarter. LSU defense held up for a while, then it choked a little bit. Now it's holding up again. Let's see. Right now, they are in field goal range, and it's 3rd and 10. Let's see if they're going for the touchdown. A quick pass. The intended receiver gets the football good for about 8 or 9 yards. Looks like it should be good for about 8. So it's going to be a 4th and 2. 4th and 2. Are they going for it again? Earlier, they went for it on 4th and 3. Kansas State was able to get a successful pass on 4th and 3 earlier in the game. So will it be 4th and 2? Will they get it on 4th and 2, I should say? It's 1 minute and 10 seconds remaining in the first. It looks like the offense is back out there. So they're not going for the field goal again. This is the second time they're going for it on 4th down. They are 1 for 1 on 4th down so far. They fake the Russian play. Ooh, almost a quarterback sack. Ooh, it looks like he was about to pass the football. He fakes it twice. 2 LSU defenders get there. It looks like they were going to stop him, and the quarterback will not be denied. He continued forward, continued to move, and he was able to jump and leap forward. Does a little frog hop leap, and he gets about 4 yards forward, which is enough to be able to get the first down. A great play by number 7, the quarterback from the Kansas State, Thompson, to be able to keep the play alive. It looked like they had jack shit on that play. They converted on 4th and 2. They are now 2 and 2 in 4th downs. They are 2 and 2 in 4th downs. LSU playing like absolute bums out there on the defense. How are you going to allow this team to get it not only on their first drive that they had earlier where they scored 7, but now on this new drive, you allowed them to get it on 4th and 2. The previous drive, the reason why the Kansas State Wildcats were able to score was because they had a 4th and 3. They converted on it, and then later on, they were able to get a touchdown. Now, this drive, LSU's defense slacked again. This is a completely different drive. And then on 4th and 2, these guys go for it and they get it again. So now they're 2 for 2 on 4th downs. Let's go on a commercial break right now. Kansas State fans are on their feet excited, and the Kansas State cheerleaders are excited. They keep showing them over there dancing. I don't even think that the dancing moves that they're doing are actual cheerleader choreography. They're just over there twerking, dancing, getting everybody excited over there in the uh, Kansas State sidelines. It looks like right now everyone's excited. Everyone is out of character because of the fact that Kansas State up 7-0, getting a 4th and 2 first down by the quarterback Thompson, number 7, able to frog leap forward to keep the drive alive. If they score on this one and they go up 14-0, LSU, I do not see you winning this game. If you go down by 14 already, it's going to be tough. Colton Hill, if you're still watching, do you still feel good about the Tigers? Colton Hill right now has a bet, and I don't know how much he's risking, but he took the Tigers by +7. So that means in order for his bet to cover his +7, the Tigers cannot lose by 7 or more points. If they lose by 7, there are some websites that consider that a loss. Some of them consider it a push, and you still get a win or you get a partial win. If I were you, I don't know if I would have taken the Tigers +7. That's a tough one. LSU has, not been a dominant team this year, so +7 is a tough pick. Those +7s and -7s and 7.5s and 8.5s, those are always tough. So I usually don't get going for those. They're always tough. +7, not going to hold up, I think, but you never know. Still a lot of football to be played. But right now it's the commercial break. When we get back, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, it should be the start of the second quarter. I believe the clock has already run out on the first quarter. And right now, Kansas State up 7-0 in full control, in absolute control right now. And it looks like they're going to go ahead and be able to get another 7 if they continue to dominate the LSU defense. Right now, the LSU defense is frustrated. The first drive, they spent out there almost 6 minutes. And now on this drive, I think they've been out for at least 3 or 4 minutes. So the LSU defense is going to be very fatigued very early. They've been out there for way too long in the first quarter. If that continues into the second quarter, I don't see how they're going to be able to hold up in the second half. Right now, there's still commercial break, waiting for the game to come back. Guys, if you're going to tune in for that Georgia versus Alabama game, that should be a big one. It's going to be next week, Monday, January 10, 8 p.m. Eastern. So it's going to be 1 hour earlier than this game. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, turn on the notification bell, and make sure that you tune in. Going to be covering that game as well. That should be a very interesting game. I'm going for Georgia. I think Georgia's going to beat Alabama. Rematch. They've got to get revenge. They've got to. I think Georgia has been frustrated. They were upset they lost by 14 points to Alabama. So I definitely see them getting the win on the rematch for the championship game. All right, so we are back from commercial break. They show a bunch of fans in the stands. Everybody's texting. Looks like they're texting videos and pictures of this big-time game here for the Texas Bowl in Houston, Texas, presented by Tax Act. Whoo! 7-0 at the moment. I think it's going to go 14-0 in just a moment, to be honest. If you're just tuning in, also, right now, it looks like the Kansas State Wildcats are at the 23-yard line. They go for a rush play. LSU defense not able to stop it. It should be good for a first. If it's short, might be short by a half a yard. Boom. It looks like officially Kansas State is in the red zone yet again. They are back to the red zone for the second time in this game. Second time. So far, LSU has not even passed the 50-yard line yet. They have not been in the red zone once so far. Right now, it looks like it's 3rd and 1. They called it short. So they are going to have to get 1 yard to get the first. Ooh, the LSU defense blitz. It looked like 4 of the guys got there in time, but unfortunately, the intended rusher finds a gap, finds a hole, goes in. That's what she said. Finds his way to get in there. And once he gets in, he gets the first and also 4 more yards. So Kansas State drive will stay alive, and Kansas State will continue to move the ball forward in the red zone. Looks like Kansas State may potentially go up 14-0. Let's see where they spot the ball. Right now, spotted at the 11-yard line. Good for a first. Goes for a short pass. It gets deflected. LSU almost with an interception. No gain by Kansas State. The Wildcats will be losing about 3 or 4 yards in that play. That was a terrible play. I don't even know why they passed it to number 22, because number 19 on LSU completely read the play and he almost intercepts it. And he missed because the football went higher than him. If that football would have been a little bit lower, it would have been an interception by LSU. It's no good. Should be 2nd and 14. They say 2nd and 15, so a loss of 5. LSU almost steals it. They did enough to deflect it, but not enough to intercept it. They give the ball back to number 22 again. He gets it back to roughly about the 9 or 10-yard line. So it should be about third. Should be about 3rd and 8. Well, they say 3rd and 9. Okay. 3rd and 9. Here we go. Kansas State. They've got to go ahead and score on this one. They want to go ahead and tear LSU apart. Scored on this one. So far, time of possession, 13 minutes and 42 seconds by Kansas State. 13 minutes and 42 seconds. Only 3 minutes and 41. I think 341 or 321 by LSU. So LSU has barely had the offense on the field. It has been an absolute atrocious display by the LSU offense and also their defense, because their defense has been on the field for almost 14 minutes in the first half. And there's still 12 minutes and 27 seconds to go in the second quarter. LSU not doing good on defense. Not doing good on defense and having barely any time on offense. Barely any time on offense, bro. It's been a crazy game right now. Time of possession for Kansas State, 13 minutes and 41 seconds compared to LSU, only 3 minutes and 41. That is terrible. That is literally a huge landslide. That's almost like 4 times more the time of possession. So that's not good. Right now, guys, it's commercial break. So they will go ahead and check where they're going to spot the football. And then in just a moment, we'll go ahead and give you some more play-by-play, touchdown by touchdown, first down by first down, live commentary updates. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Guys, we are on YouTube, Twitter, and Twitch. So make sure you're at all platforms. So if there's ever a day where you run into a situation where one platform isn't working, you can be able to tune in on one of the other platforms. Again, I'm on YouTube, Twitter, and Twitch. So here we go. Score is 7-0 with potential opportunity for Kansas State to be able to go ahead and score another 7. It is currently 39. They went to commercial break. The football should be spotted roughly around the 10-yard line once they return. They are officially again in the red zone. Wildcats in complete control. Here we go, guys. Put in the stat sheet here for you so you guys can see how much of an onslaught this has been. LSU with only 3 minutes and 41 seconds in offense, and they have 0 points. Kansas State, 13 minutes, 42 seconds of total offense of time of possession, and they were able to get 7 and potentially about to get another 7. So If you're just tuning in, this is the LSU Tigers versus the Kansas State Wildcats. College football started at 9 p.m. Eastern. It is currently in the second quarter. LSU nothing, Kansas State Wildcats 7. Waiting right now for it to come back from commercial break. It has been an absolute dominance by Kansas State Wildcats. While it's on commercial break, let's go ahead and take a sip. You guys already know what's up. I'm going to drink a little bit of Jack Daniels. Woo! Man, that Jack Daniels is refreshing. Beautiful. You guys already know. You got to have a little sip. You know, some Jack Daniels or a beer or something like that during the games. Helps it to, have time fly by even faster and makes the experience more enjoyable. Here we go, guys. The game is back. Football spotted at the 10, and it is 3rd and 9. Here we go. A quick pass. Oh, shit. I think that's a touchdown. That should be a touchdown. They're saying no. They're waving it. They're saying it's good for a first, but they're saying not a touchdown. I don't know about that. I think that should have been a touchdown because he catches the ball. They hit him. He flies in the air, and he hits the little orange pillar on the corner of the field. Oh, no, actually, referee, good call. So, number 88 on the Kansas State, he does get airborne when he gets hit by the impact, but the elbow actually touches the grass before his leg hits the orange pillar on the side of the field. So, it'll be 1st and goal with 1 yard to go. 1st and goal for a touchdown on the 1 yard line. They throw a pass. It's no good. It should have been pass interference. It's a no call. They say no good, incomplete. Intended receiver number 85 on Kansas State does not get the ball. Let's look at the replay. You know what? That's a good no call. I like it. No, it's a good no call. Referee did they did their job correctly on this one. Number 24 on LSU just played tight defense. Got the left arm up in time. I thought it was holding at first, but no, it's a good no call. I like it. I agree with the refs on this one. I usually don't because they usually suck, but here we go. 2nd and goal. They're going to rush it. Oh, at number 22. He's been used a lot in this game. Vaughn, number 22. 1 yard touchdown. Deuce Vaughn. Deuce Vaughn scores a touchdown. Number 22 on Kansas State. There is no penalties, no flags on the play. Scoring drive, 18 plays, 71 yards, 9 minutes and 16 seconds, and they score a touchdown. Number 22, Deuce Vaughn scores a touchdown. Deuce Vaughn for Kansas State scores a 1 yard touchdown. And now Kansas State goes up 13-0. They kicked a 1-point field goal. It is now 14-0 with 11 minutes and 39 seconds remaining in the second quarter, guys. 14-0. An unbelievable, absolute onslaught, scoring advantage straight to Kansas State in favor. In this drive, Kansas State, 9 minutes and 16 seconds is their time of possession. Think about that. 9 minutes and 16 seconds is the time of possession that the total drive took place for them to score this touchdown. Why is that good for Kansas State? Because LSU has had the football only for a total of 3 minutes and 41 seconds. LSU has only been on offense so far 1 time in the first quarter and 0 in the second quarter. LSU, the offense has just literally been ice cold. They haven't even been on the field more than once. LSU right now, not much opportunity to win this game. Only 1 time in the first quarter was the offense there. And in the second quarter so far, absolutely nothing. Total time of possession for this drive by Kansas State has been 9 minutes and 16 seconds. The previous one was about 5 minutes and 50 seconds for the first time of possession. So right now, if you calculate Kansas State, they've had the football for literally close to about 15 or 16 minutes in the entire first half. That is a shitload of time to have a football. LSU only 3 minutes and 41 seconds. Not good, which means that if LSU does not score on this drive, I think LSU is going to get blown out. And this guy right here, he tuned in earlier. I don't know if he's still on the feed, but his name is Colton Hill. He says, let's go Tigers. He's getting them +7 on the spread. +7, not looking good. They're currently down 14-0. They're getting their asses handed to them badly. And when I say badly, I mean badly. 3 minutes and 41 seconds is all the time the offense of LSU has been on the field. And it's already about close to midway of the second quarter. Think about that shit. There's 30 minutes and a half, and LSU so far has only had it for 3 minutes and 41 seconds to go. Terrible. The score right now, guys, if you're just tuning in, 14-0. 14 to Jelly Donuts at the moment. Score update. 14-0 in favor of Kansas State. Kansas State Wildcats absolutely killing LSU at the moment. Absolutely killing them. Killing them. Look at this. 3 minutes and 41 seconds of offense by LSU. That's all they've been able to have the football for. Right now, it's the second quarter with 11 minutes and 39 seconds remaining. Kansas State up 14-0. LSU has had the offensive drive one time. One time. And the only time that was in the first. This is their first time getting it in the second quarter. If LSU doesn't score here, I don't see an opportunity for LSU to win this game. I know that college football teams score a lot, but LSU has been atrocious so far. Here we go with the kickoff. Back from commercial break. It looks like Kansas State with a beautiful kickoff. They stop the receiver by about the 8 or 10 yard line. So LSU is going to start in their own territory, deep in their own red zone, very, very close to getting a possible safety. So it is going to be very tough for LSU to make a comeback, but they need to wake the hell up. They need to wake up ASAP. LSU right now is getting completely dominated 14-0, 11 minutes and 33 seconds in the second quarter. They get the kickoff and they're at their own 9 yard line right now. So they go for a rush play. LSU looks like they're not going to gain anything on that rush play. Number 21 from LSU, no gain, potentially might have lost 1 yard on that play. At best, they made it back to the line of scrimmage. If you are an LSU fan, right now, this game is not looking good for you. If you bet money on LSU, it is not looking good at the moment. We had this guy earlier tune in, Colton Hill, taking the Tigers +7. Right now, it is looking like a shitty bet because they are down by 14 and got no points on the scoreboard. LSU with Jelly Donuts on the scoreboard. They have 0. Here we go. LSU with another intended rush play. And again, the Kansas State defense absolutely reads what the offense is dishing out. They stop the intended rusher. It looks like it's going to be either another no gain or a potential loss of 1 yard. LSU absolutely lackluster on the offense, but even worse on the defense with penalties. LSU not looking good out there. LSU has been doing absolutely nothing to threaten the scoreboard. They haven't passed the 50-yard line. They haven't gotten to the red zone. LSU absolutely nowhere near even the 40-yard line on the opposing team side. So LSU right now has got to pick it up. Ooh, almost a quarterback sack, almost a safety. They release the ball, get it off, and Kansas State interception. Kansas State intercepts the football. LSU, a terrible, terrible pass. The quarterback intends to pass the ball to prevent getting sacked. Had the quarterback not released the football, it would have been a quarterback sack in the end zone, which would have been a safety for 2 points to prevent the defense from the Kansas State getting the quarterback sack and to prevent the safety. The quarterback throws the football about 35, 40 yards deep. Unfortunately, the only guys on the receiving end is the purple jerseys by Kansas State. Kansas State with a big interception. LSU absolutely shitting all over this game, doing nothing on the offense and even less on the defense. Kansas State ran out with a rush play. Number 22, Deuce Vaughn, who just scored a touchdown, rushes it in. LSU fans right now, they're showing a close-up of the LSU fans in the stadium. Some of them have already left. Some LSU fans have already gone home. Some of them are in the stands still looking depressed already in the second quarter. Some of the LSU fans are already gone in the second quarter. What a horrible game so far by LSU offense and defense. Here we go. They give it back to Deuce Vaughn to rush it. Gets a gain of about 3. An unbelievable interception by Kansas State. Kansas State, man, up 14-0, and now they get an interception by the defense, and now they have the football in great field positioning. At the bare minimum, Kansas State will end up with 3 because they caught that interception within field goal range. When they caught the interception off of the terrible LSU pass, they were able to catch it close to field goal range. So right now, Kansas State, man, is in absolute control. It is 3rd and 4 right now. 3rd and 4. Kansas State looking to add more to the scoreboard before halftime. Here we go. A pass play. A good catch. Runs it up for more. Ooh, a spin move. Beautiful. And he makes it to about the 11-yard line. And again, Kansas State, 3rd time in the game in the red zone. 3rd time. That interception. They're making everything count in this game. Interception off the previous play off of the LSU quarterback has put the Kansas State in great field positioning. And now with this big time pass, they get a first down. They get even more. And the total receiving yards on that play should be good for about 30 plus to 35 plus yards. Kansas State back in the red zone, currently around the 13-yard line. Here we go. Another pass. Oh, no good. A little bit too high. Intended receiver number 87 could not get there. A little bit too high. Quarterback not throwing it at the right field position. But at the moment, total plays. Kansas State has a total of 33 plays compared to only 6 plays. Only 6 plays by LSU. And we're talking about the offense here. The offense of LSU has only had 6 plays, while the offense of Kansas State has had a total of 33 plays. And that tells you the full story of the absolute domination of this game. Kansas State right now up 14-0. They're in the red zone. They go back to Deuce Vaughn to rush it in. Number 22. That should be good for about 7 or 8 yards. This should be going to about 3rd and 3. Unfreaking believable. Let me go to the comments really quick. My boy Eric is here. Says this game is awful. He says we have a wide receiver at quarterback. And he says, I waited all day long for this. LOL. I know, man. It's been a shit show for LSU. Eric is an LSU fan. He's been waiting all day for this Texas Bowl game. And unfortunately, it is not looking good. He says, screw it, go Tigers. He is still cheering on his Tigers. But right now, they are down 14-0 with 7 minutes and 17 seconds to go in the second quarter. It is 3rd and 3, as I stated before. It looks like they spotted it exactly where I said. Here we go. It looks like they faked the rush. Quarterback moving back, looking for a touchdown. Oh, is it good? Is he inbounds? And the referees, they say that number 4 again gets the touchdown. Knowles with a 5-yard touchdown reception. And the game is 20-0. 20-0. Kansas State absolutely murdering the LSU defense out there. And Eric's face is this. Unbelievable. If you guys missed the first touchdown by Kansas State, it was by the same intended receiver, number 4, Knowles. He goes in, right? He catches the ball. It looks like he's only about to get a first down. He moves it up even more on that same play. He gets hit in the shins, and the impact makes him fly in the air. He ends up landing in the end zone and gets their first touchdown. And now on this one, their 3rd touchdown, it looks like Knowles again with another touchdown. 20-0. LSU is getting absolutely hammered at the moment. Right now, Kansas State, they went and kicked the field goal. The field goal was good. However, it says that LSU gets a flag for offside. So I think they're going to go ahead and redo the play. But again, guys, what made this game even worse is that the interception. LSU throws an interception to number 2 from the Kansas State. And from there, this drive went all the way to the end zone. 20-0, guys. Who else in here is an LSU fan? Who else put money because earlier in this game, your boy right here, Colton Hill, are you still watching? Do you still think there's an opportunity for the +7 to cover? Colton Hill +7. He took LSU, not for the win. He took LSU for the point spread, +7. I would not have taken +7. Maybe +14, maybe +18, maybe +20. +7, no, sir. I would never have taken +7 on LSU Tigers. And that's not because I'm just saying that because I'm not an LSU fan. I would not take +7. Right now, Eric says this game could get ugly. Yes, it can. LSU fans at the moment at the Texas Bowl Stadium, they are currently depressed. Right now, they keep showing close-up of the LSU fans out there. They look absolutely sad, depressed, flabbergasted, disappointed, surprised, shocked, amazed, stunned, and startled. I don't know how many different adjectives I can use to describe the LSU fans, but the stadium for the LSU, not the stadium for LSU, excuse me, this is at Houston, Texas. The stadium with the LSU fans right now, some of the LSU fans have started to depart the building. They don't even believe that LSU is going to make a comeback on this one. So they've already left the building. LSU fans, man, you guys remind me of Miami Heat fans. As soon as you guys are down by 20 points, you leave in halftime. LSU fans in the Texas Bowl are starting to go home. They are disappointed. LSU being dominated right now. Kansas State is up 20-0. Full advantage right now. Kansas State has not let go of the gas in full driving mode, in full acceleration mode, in full kill mode right now. They got the Mamba mentality. They are going to kill and kill and kill until the game is the fourth quarter with 3 zeros on the clock, guys. Right now, it is currently a quick commercial break. But Kansas State, if you're just tuning in, Kansas State Wildcats killing LSU Tigers 20-0. Right now, Kansas State has had the football for a total of 3 drives, and they've been able to score on all 3 drives. Right now, they are 3 for 3 on drives. They've scored on every single drive, and it's been 7 points on every single drive. They've gotten a touchdown, then they get the field goal. Then they get a touchdown, then they get a field goal. Then they just got a touchdown. They hit the field goal, but I think there's a flag on LSU, so it went to a quick commercial break. The game is back now, and it looks like the field goal is good. It looks like the Wildcats decided to not take the penalty for the offsides of LSU because the field goal was good. So the smart play, 21-0. Here we go. Back to kickoff. It is still the second quarter, guys, by the way. It is the second quarter. It's not the second half. It's not the third quarter. It's not the fourth quarter. It is 21-0. I had it 20-0 because they hadn't given them the point yet for the field goal, but it is 21-0 now. They waved off the penalty. So 21-0, Kansas City up, LSU getting dominated every step of the way. So right now, LSU getting the kickoff. I think this is a do or die drive right now for LSU. They're down 21-0, 7 minutes, 1 second remaining in the second quarter. If they don't score here, I'm going to say that this game is over. I'm going to cover the game all the way to the end of the fourth, but I can almost assure you that if they do not score on this particular drive, it's going to be a blowout, probably 42-0. Right now, LSU has only had the football for 2 drives. This is going to be the third drive coming up. They are 0-2 on drives, and they have not gotten to the red zone. They have not passed the 50-yard line. They haven't even gotten close to field goal range. So LSU, absolutely terrible on the offense, and even worse on the defense. Eric tunes in and says 35 plays to only 6 plays, terrible. Yep. Earlier I just said 33-6, but they did 2 more plays. So yep, 35 plays to 6, a complete dominance by Kansas State Wildcats. And then we have Kevin Smith says KSU playing against a scout team defense. Kevin Smith, thank you for tuning in, brother. I don't know if I've ever seen you on a previous live stream, but thank you so much for tuning in. Appreciate your comments. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe. And also, Kevin Smith, make sure to hit the bell notification because I'm going to be doing more live streams. If you want to catch any of my older material, we've got other college games. We've got NFL games. I covered the Jake Paul boxing fight. And this week, I'll be covering more NFL on Thursday and Sunday. I'll also be covering the big-time college game Alabama and Georgia on January 10th, this upcoming Monday. Just to let you know, I think Georgia is going to absolutely get revenge on Alabama. I think they took out a lot of their frustration when they played Michigan, but they got more to take out on Alabama. So tune in, guys. Next week, Monday, I'll be covering that as well. All right, back to LSU. LSU right now, this is their third drive. The first two previous drives, no scoring at all. Again, not even the red zone, not even in field goal range, and not even close to passing the 50-yard line. So right now, LSU has been absolutely crap on offense and even worse on a defense. Right now, there's 6 minutes and 5 seconds remaining. LSU has the football. 3rd and 4. Will they be able to finally score on this drive? They need it. Again, they need this shit bad. They had no red zone, no passing of the 50-yard line, and nowhere near field goal range. So here we go. 3rd and 4. Clock. A lot of clock is ticking right now. They need to hurry up and get this play going. They give it to the rush. Oh, that should be good. Should be good for about 5 yards. Number 27, LSU. Yep, looks like he passed the yellow line. Should be good. 1st and 10, 5 minutes, 32 seconds remaining. LSU down 21-0. Anyone else going for LSU? Anybody putting money on LSU? Anybody putting money on LSU? Anybody put money on Kansas State? By the way, what were the odds for Kansas State? Does anybody have the odds on that one? Earlier in the broadcast, we had this gentleman, Colton Hill, has not responded yet. He was on the cast earlier at 9:23, so almost 1 hour ago, has not responded yet if he thinks that the Tigers will make a comeback to be able to cover the +7. He took the spread on that one. I don't see them covering. Right now, Eric says, holy crap, a first down, go Tigers. Yeah, I can't even say that there's been many first downs for LSU. It's been complete shit show out there. They've been not getting 3rd down conversions. I don't even remember the last time they got a first down. And the previous drive, they gave up the football. It was an interception, and that's what allowed Kansas State to go ahead and convert another 7. So big time offensive play by Kansas State, but even bigger on their defense. Kansas State has been playing beautiful defense. Right now, LSU still has the football. It's 2nd and 9. They try to go ahead and get it off to number 13. He drops the ball, picks it back up. There is no gain on the play and possibly a loss for about 1 or 2 yards. LSU screwing up right now on the offense yet again. Unfreaking believable. LSU doing absolutely nothing positive on that drive right now. It is going to be 3rd and 10 with 3 minutes and 54 seconds remaining. Frank Park tuning in says, bro, LSU is getting handled. Yep, they're getting run over like an 18-wheel freight truck. Frank Park, thanks for tuning in, my friend. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell notifications. And my friend, tune in because there's going to be a lot more football this week and next week as well. Here we go. LSU goes for a rush play. Number 8. Ooh, he gets in. He drops down. I think they might have stopped him around a yard short, but they're giving it to them. I think they're gonna call it a 1st and 10. I feel like it could potentially be short because he lands on the ground and then slides for an extra yard. But I think he was already down before he passed the yellow line, so I think it should be short. But we'll see. Commercial break. 3 minutes, 27 seconds to go, guys, in the second quarter. This has been a very beautiful game to broadcast. I know it hasn't been competitive as far as LSU, but it's been a great game to broadcast. I think I enjoy sometimes broadcasting college football, sometimes way more than NFL, to be honest. It's more exciting. There's a lot more blowouts. I usually like good competitive games. I was hoping this one would be a little bit closer, but sometimes, blowouts can be fun too, depending on who's playing. So at the moment, 21-0. And right now, Frank Park tuned in says LSU is getting handled. They're getting definitely manhandled left and right, up and down. AB, whatever the old cheat code was for Mortal Kombat, getting their asses completely handed to them and then some. So right now, 21-0 at the moment. Kansas State, complete control for the entire first half. They have not let up on the defense, and they have not let up on the offense. They are not taking LSU lightly, and they are not giving them a chance to even make a comeback in the first half or even in the second quarter. So 21-0 at the moment. LSU Might have been short for the first. I think they were short. Referees are going to be discussing it over. They're going to double check and see. I think he got it roughly 1 yard shy. And when he was like right about to get the first, he had already landed on the floor and slid across. So I don't know if they're going to count that good for the first. Initially, the referee said that it should be good for a first. They were already spotting it around where the ball needed to be for the first down. But right now is on commercial break, which means that they're doing an official review. And once they get back from commercial break, I would expect that they're gonna maybe turn that over. I don't think that play is gonna stand. I don't think they're gonna confirm it a first down. I think it's gonna be turnover, or not turnover. Excuse me. I think it's gonna be 1 yard shy, and I think it should be 4th and 1. I think that'll be the right call. And I believe that if it is 4th and 1, LSU, you don't have a choice. You got to go for it, even though LSU, if it ends up being 4th and 1, they will be very close to their own end zone and still within their own territory. So they may have to potentially punt it. But here's the thing, LSU has not played good on defense. So if they decide not to go for it, if it is short and it's 4th and 1 and they don't go for it on 4th and 1, what's going to happen is that you're giving Kansas State an opportunity to add another 7. And so far, Kansas State is 3 for 3 on drives. They've been able to score on every single drive that they've had the football. They have yet to not score on a drive. They are 3 for 3, and they're up 21-0 in the second quarter. Right now, the referees, it looks like the commercial break is done. Referees have done discussing it. It looks like they actually gave them the 1st and 10. So it looks like it was not short. I thought it was short. That was weird. They didn't even show the replay. But okay, LSU 1st and 10. Number 13 goes in for the rush. Passes good for another first and more. That rush was good for roughly about 15 yards, and they are close to field goal range, but not yet in field goal range. This is the closest that LSU may potentially get to put points on the board. Again, LSU, this is their third drive only of the game. They are 0-2 on their first 2 drives. They scored nothing. This is the closest drive that they've had. This is actually the first time they passed the 50-yard line. This is the closest they've gotten to getting into field goal range, but they still have not gotten into the red zone on any of their drives. So this is a pivotal drive right here. They go for a rush. Looks like it should be good for about 3 yards, and it should be spotted at about the 38-yard line. LSU doing what they can to at least put 7 on the board. If they settle for 3, I still don't think it's going to be enough to make a comeback. 3 is better than nothing, but in this game, you got to get 7. Anything under 7, it's going to be no good. 2nd and 7, 2 minutes and 7 seconds remaining. 21-0 is still the score. Clock is moving, and they're going for a pass, short pass. Ooh, and the Kansas State defense completely reads the play. Number 82 is the intended receiver. The reception was good, but he only gained about 1 yard. Terrible play. LSU right now doesn't feel confident in throwing Hail Marys. They also don't feel confident in throwing passes longer than 3 to 5 yards. So right now, LSU has got to do something different, because all these short passes and all these rushes up the middle, they've been doing the same shit all game, and the Kansas State defense is reading it every play by play. If they want to do something big and they want to make a comeback, they've got to go for big time passes. So far, they've had 2 recent passes that were good for about a good 9 or 10 yards, but that's the most they've done so far. They've got to go for a lot more. They go for a rush play. I don't know what they're thinking on this one. They go for a rush, and they rushed it to roughly about the field goal range. So it looks like they were just trying to get close enough for field goal range. Number 8 on LSU takes a lot of impact. I don't know if it's his stomach or his left arm, but something is in pain. LSU did not get a first, so it'll be 4th and 2. So now it's big time decision. Do you go for the field goal and keep it safe? Which again, to me, 3 points, not enough. But do you keep it safe, or do you risk it? Go for it on 4th and 2. Try to get the first and keep the drive alive to potentially get 7 points. So right now, LSU with a big time decision. It looks like one of their players is down due to injury. So it has gone back to commercial break, but we will be here still tuned in, because these commercial breaks are usually only about 30 to 60 seconds long. If you're just tuning in, guys, 21-0 is the score by Kansas State. Complete domination. I hope you didn't put your money on LSU because LSU has done nothing at this point to score. Again, Kevin Smith said it earlier, playing against a scout team defense. And again, about 1 hour ago, for those who did not tune in at the beginning of this broadcast, Colton Hill chose +7 for LSU. And at the moment, it is not holding up. +7, not even close to holding up at the moment because the game is 21-0. If LSU loses this game, which I presume that they will, the only thing that LSU can look at positively is that their basketball team beat Kentucky. LSU beat Kentucky. LSU was at home. They won 65-60. They won by 5 points in that game. And that was the reason, by the way, guys, if you tuned in to this Texas Bowl and it wasn't showing on your TV broadcast, the reason why it was not initially showing even after it passed 9 p.m. was because the LSU basketball game was still going and it still had about 2.5 minutes to go. And because of that game caused a delay. So the football game was, they were trying to take their time and wait for LSU to finish so that way all the LSU fans can tune into this game. Unfortunately, that game did not finish fast enough, so ESPN News decided to put the broadcast on their channel. After about first 5 or 6 minutes of that, coverage, they switched over to the regular ESPN channel, and that is where the game is playing now. So that's why I also started about 5 or 6 minutes after, because even though I was on the broadcast, I was not able to give you guys any stat updates because unfortunately, the football game had not yet started. But that's old news. The game is in effect now, and we are almost done with the second half. There's not a lot of clock left on there, but LSU has got to convert. Right now, they were able to get it to field goal range, but they're 4th and 2. So what do you guys think? Go for the field goal and play it safe, or go for the first down? What do you guys think? Anybody have any comments? Go ahead and drop it in. Drop your comment. I'll be sure to go ahead and add your comment onto the screen. And if anybody disagrees, you can go ahead and chime in as well. I just want you guys to know that this is an interactive broadcast. For me, I want everybody involved as much as possible. And you guys can go ahead and tune in. You can do shit talking. You can do stat sheet updates. You can tell me who your team is. You can tell me who you put your money on, whether it's the spread or the money line or a straight up pick. But here we go. Game is back from commercial break. LSU 4th and 2, and they go for it on 4th and 2, and they give it to number 13 again, which, by the way, I'm surprised that the Kansas State defense did not read that because number 13 has been getting the football all game long. Kansas State, a little bit disappointing here. I didn't expect that their defense was going to get, outdone right now by number 13 on LSU. So it's good. Kirkland got the first and more. And for the first time ever, LSU is finally in the red zone. For the first time in this game. First time in the game, LSU is in the red zone. They have not even gotten close to the red zone up until this drive. First time in the game, they're in the red zone. And right now, they are looking to see if they can put 7 on the board. I think they knew that getting 3 points was not going to be enough. I would agree. 3 points is not going to be enough when you're down 21-0 in the second quarter. So a great effort. Right now, LSU is keeping the drive alive. They were able to get the first down. They got it, plus more yards. They were able to finally get in the red zone, and I believe they're putting the football somewhere around the 18 or 19-yard line. So finally, it is the first time that they get that opportunity. So here we go. And right now they're showing highlights of the numbers for Jamar Chase, which, by the way, he's an LSU guy on the Bengals. Phenomenal player. I'm not an LSU guy, but man, Chase, he is one phenomenal player. Chase absolutely handling business in Cincinnati. And that's why they're number 3 seed in NFL. But we'll cover that another time. 27 seconds remaining in the second quarter. It is now 2nd and 15. LSU, unfortunately, on that current play, did not get any gain, lost 5 yards. So it is 2nd and 15 at the moment. They need to hurry up and score because they need to get into the game. Get into the game. LSU need 7. LSU, you need 7 to go. This is not going to help you out. You need 7. Get the touchdown and get the field goal. Let's go. You need a total of 7 to end the half. It's 27 seconds to go. 2nd and 15. Kansas State is still up 21-0 if you're just tuning in. Right now, Frank Park says, go for it. It's only 2 yards. They went for it and they did get it. Here we go. A big pass. LSU with the touchdown. No flags, no penalties. A big time pass to number 10, 23-yard touchdown reception, Jaray Jenkins. Jaray Jenkins puts the first 6 on the board. Unbelievable. Oh, but there is a late flag. Where the hell did that come from? Unfreaking believable. Eric says LSU might score. They did, but who is the flag on? Is it on LSU? Oh, and they say that they're going to confirm that it is a touchdown. And I think the flag might be on Kansas State. Oh, actually, it's on LSU for unsportsmanlike conduct. I don't know if that was because of the showboating and the dancing or what happened. Maybe he was doing a little bit of shit talking. But either way, it's not going to erase what happened. LSU officially on the scoreboard now. Officially on the scoreboard. LSU gets the 6. Here we go. Going for the field goal, which I would do the same thing. Keep it safe. Boom. Field goal straight down the middle. It's good, guys. LSU gets on the scoreboard 7-21. Kansas State have scored that touchdown because that creates opportunity for the second half. Kansas State had played phenomenal defense for almost about 13 minutes of that second quarter. And they allowed for like the last 2 minutes or so for LSU to be able to make a comeback and to be able to score. Kansas State so close to ending the half 21-0, 21 to Jelly Donuts. It was almost a shutout half. And unfortunately, they allowed 7 points. LSU is now officially on the board. Kansas State defense slacked for the remaining 2 or 3 minutes of the second quarter. The defense for Kansas State had absolutely dominated for the entire 15 minutes of the first and for about 13 of the 15 minutes of the second quarter. Unfortunately, they did not stop LSU at the end. LSU scores quickly. They are officially on the board. They will not go in with Jelly Donuts. They say, nope, save the Jelly Donuts for the cops because there are no cops playing for LSU. Save the donuts for them. There will be no Jelly Donuts for LSU. They put 7 on the board, and now it is only a 14-point deficit. Right now with the kickoff, Kansas State gets the football. They run it in. Oh, and they get it to about the 45-yard line. What a beautiful return on the kickoff. 11 seconds to go. They get it in at about the 45-yard. What a good return. And by the way, number 4 Nose is the one that actually returns the kickoff. Unbelievable return. Nose has been playing sensational this entire game for the Kansas State Wildcats. That guy is definitely going to the NFL. Unbelievable return. Gets it to the 45-yard line. This guy's on fire today. 45-yard, gets it to the 45-yard line on that kickoff return. Kansas State, 11 seconds to go. Can they get it at least a field goal range to add a potential 3 more points? There's a flag on the play. It looks like it should be on Kansas State offense. I believe it's a false start. It is a delay of game, and they will be moving a little bit back. That kickoff return is phenomenal because they are not that far away from field goal range. They're roughly about 20 yards away from field goal range, maybe about 25. So if they get it close enough, they'll be able to get at least 3 more on the board. But they did get pushed back because of the delay of game. So they are currently on the 40-yard line. There's still 11 seconds to go. 1st and 15. Kansas State is up 21-7 right now. Up 21-7. Boom. A big-time pass and a big-time catch. Unbelievable. Intended receiver number 18, Hamel. Number 18, Hamel with a beautiful, beautiful reception. He literally lands right on the field goal range. The defender was there, but then he gets lost. And then oh my gosh, what a play. Number 18 just ends up all alone. The defender was on him. Then he stops, leaves Hamel alone, and Hamel ends up with the catch. The clock stops at 5 seconds, potentially within field goal range. Unbelievable play by Kansas State offense. Thompson with another beautiful pass to Hamel. Beautiful play. Beautiful play. Will they go up 24-7? This could be a difference maker. Eric says, Tigers, Tigers. Frank Park says, if LSU can remember to play defense and get another score, it's a game again. Yes, sir. If they go ahead and hold these guys to just 3, or if these guys miss this field goal, LSU would have done a decent job on this drive for the defense, and the score can remain 21-7. Here we go. It's going to be about a 45-yard attempt. Boom. He's all the way left. It looks short, and it is short. It's no good. The kick was so short. It's shorter than a shortest person on the team. Unbelievable miss. It was not even close. Not even on a desert island would you get those 3 points. That field goal was absolutely terrible. LSU able to do enough to make sure that Kansas State does not add 3 points to the board. It was about a 45-yard attempt. No good. The football was already on the way down around the 20-yard line, so it wasn't even close to getting in. Unbelievable. Terrible kick by the Kansas State. So not only do they not get to put 3 more points on the board after doing such a great, return, but also they do not get the opportunity to be able to stop LSU from scoring 7. So that is unbelievable play right now by LSU. LSU scores 7 and then holds Kansas to not getting that 3-point field goal. Unbelievable. LSU potentially could turn it around. Frank Park said it best. If LSU can remember to play defense and get another score, it's a game. So they haven't scored again on this quarter. However, they were able to stop 3 points on the Kansas State side. So it has been a great opportunity right now for LSU fans to be able to make a comeback. And they showed a camera angle at the moment of the fans. A lot of the LSU fans, they have every time you go to a game, there's a section for one team and a section for another team. A lot of LSU fans have went home. A lot of LSU fans have gone home. They think that this game was no comeback. A lot of them left when it was 14-0. As a matter of fact, before it even went 21-0, a lot of LSU fans were already on the exits. Then it went 21-0. It emptied out even more. And now it's 21-7. And most of those LSU fans are already gone. So there's only a short amount of LSU fans, which to me, guys, it doesn't matter if your team's getting blown out, man. If you paid money for a ticket, stay in the game. Support your team. You know what I'm saying? Whether they're losing by 3 points, 5 points, 20 points. I'm not going to say all LSU fans are like this, but the ones that showed up to this Texas Bowl, they seem to be similar to the Miami Heat fans. Miami Heat fans, once they're down by 20, those guys are going to the exits. They're not staying there. So right now, LSU fans, a little bit disappointed that you guys are not staying there to support your team. But hey, if you don't mind wasting money on a ticket and then leaving, you know what I'm saying? That's on you, man. Send me the free money, Shit, I'll take it. But me, I'm the type of person, man. I pay not only just to see my team win, I pay for the experience. You know what I'm saying? You go there for the experience. You go there to interact with the fans. You go there, to be excited. You go there to, have some beers, eat some good food. You know what I'm saying? Maybe pick up some chicks or something like that, or go with family and friends and have a good time. Regardless if you're losing, man, stay in the game. You never know. It's 4 quarters. I mean, I don't think LSU is going to win, but if I was an LSU fan, I'm staying for the whole game. I paid money. I'm staying for the whole game. Only way I'm not staying is if I paid for the nosebleeds and I paid like $20 or $15. All right, I'll go home. I might just, say, you know what, screw it. I didn't pay much for this. I'm out of here. But guys, 21-7, LSU able to score 7 points. Kansas State right now, they're still up by 14. LSU, though, getting a little bit of momentum before halftime. They scored 7, and they stopped Kansas State from getting the 3-point field goal. Kansas State was nowhere near the vicinity of getting that field goal. The field goal was not even in the same city, same state, or same zip code That shit was so off. That was so off that it was literally on the way down by like the 20-yard line. Terrible. So, guys, right now it is halftime. Halftime is usually about 15 minutes long, roughly. If you guys need a quick intermission, let me know, and we will go ahead and get it back rolling in about 10 or 15 minutes. And you guys can go ahead and take a quick piss break, water break. If you've got a beer, take a quick beer break, do something. But LSU might have just made this game interesting. They might have just made this game very, very interesting at the moment. So here we go. Let's get it. And Eric says major halftime adjustments are needed. That is big facts. We do need major halftime adjustments at this point. And so right now, guys, LSU at the moment is making a comeback. They scored 7 and they stopped a 3-point field goal by Kansas State. So this one should be a doozy, and this one should be very interesting moving forward. So let's go ahead and see how this one will turn out. Let's see how this one will turn out. Right now, guys, I'm going to take a quick sip of some Jack. Woo! Very, very nice Jack. Tastes so good. Well deserved. I'm sure you guys believe I deserve it after having, so much great commentary for the first half. So if you guys are just tuning in, LSU finally got 7 on the board. They barely had the football for the first quarter, and then a big chunk of it in the second quarter was also being dominated by Kansas. But right now, LSU would be been able to turn the game around, absolutely turn the game around on this one. This has been a very interesting game. I'm happy LSU scored, guys. Like I said, I'm not an LSU fan. However, I am happy they scored. You know why? Because it makes the game a little more interesting, makes the interaction better. And for all the LSU fans that are currently tuned into this channel, on this broadcast, it makes it more exciting for you guys. So you guys watch this game with, with some intensity, with adrenaline rush, with some excitement, electricity flowing through your body. You know what I'm saying? Seeing LSU make this comeback. 21-7 is the current halftime, and it is going to be a very interesting third quarter to open. I also hope LSU gets the football first, because if they do, that's going to be a very, very interesting play out. If LSU can find a way to get the if LSU gets the football first, which I believe they should get it first, because I think Kansas State opened up the first quarter and they got the football first on the first drive for the first quarter. They were the opening drive. So if I'm not mistaken, LSU should be getting the football at halftime. Could be wrong, but I believe that's how it started. So LSU potentially starting off with that momentum in the second half. They get the football first. I see them being able to put at least 3 on the board. They definitely need to put 7, but I can definitely see them getting 3 on the board. So what do you guys think? Do you guys think this right here is going to hold up? This guy right here has not responded for over 1 hour. I think he's waiting for LSU to show up. What do you guys think? Your predictions. LSU, will they be able to hold the spread? +7 on LSU. Do you guys think that spread's going to hold? Initially, it didn't look like it was going to hold, to be honest. Now, if they score on the opening drive of the second half, I think it's a potential opportunity. So let's see. Replaying, Eric says, Tigers. You already know. And I believe, yes, major adjustments are going to be needed in order for LSU to be able to make this comeback. So here we go. LSU big time football. Guys, it's only about 10 minutes remaining, so we are still going to keep the broadcast open. I'm not turning it off. I never turn it off for halftime, so everything's going to be all set on this broadcast. We're going to keep it going, keep momentum going. I appreciate everybody that's been tuning in. We've had about 15 or 20 people simultaneously jumping on the broadcast, sometimes more. The numbers go up and down as the broadcast continues, but I appreciate everyone that has tuned in. I'm on YouTube, Twitter, and Twitch. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Please like, comment, and subscribe, because the experience with you guys makes this broadcast even better. This is not just about me. This is not just about what I'm doing. This is all about you guys being a part of the broadcast. So I appreciate everybody that's tuned in. And guys, let's continue to have an exciting broadcast together. Halftime is almost over. It's about 7 or 8 minutes remaining, roughly. If you need a quick potty break, if you need a quick, beer replacement, alcohol replacement, I drank all my beers already from New Year's Eve. So I have leftover Jack Daniels. Jack Daniels is what I'm drinking tonight. Let me know what you guys are drinking tonight. Are you having some Jack? Are you having some Hennessy? Are you having some vodka? Are you having some Ciroc? Are you having some Crown Apple? Crown Apple is another favorite of mine. Anybody lucky enough to get that peach crown, which is delicious, by the way. I had to take another sip. Woo! Delicious. Super delicious. I think, guys, also for LSU, in order for them to try to make the comeback, they've got to stop number 4. Number 4, Knowles on Kansas State, has scored already 2 touchdowns for them. And he was also the same person who caught the football on the final kickoff right before the second half was over. And he brought the football to the 45-yard line. So if LSU wants to be able to go ahead and dominate, they're going to need to go ahead and stay close eye on him. He's been an intended receiver, and they've been going after him. They've been going after him a lot. They've been utilizing him a lot. So, yeah, it's gotta be done. It's got to be done. So, very interesting game so far, guys. 21-7 started off as a blowout, and now I think that there's a lot of opportunity here. Waiting for that commercial break to end for the halftime. Let me go ahead and also see if anyone else wants to jump in to be able to listen in. Got a lot of interesting people. I appreciate everybody joining. You guys always join, and all the new people. If you're new, appreciate you guys too. You guys have been phenomenal so far. And I appreciate everyone not only being phenomenal and interactive, but also being respectable to other people's comments. Sometimes these games that are either hot ticket games, or sometimes these games that are, intense, or their rivalries, people tend to, get a little bit out of control in the comments. So far, I've been blessed that everyone that has tuned in, for the most part, has been respectable. I think there's only been 1 or 2 times, very rare times, where someone jumped on the broadcast and was acting a little bit cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. But yes, this game is in Houston, Texas. For those of you that don't know, this game is in Houston, Texas. It is called the Tax Act Texas Bowl, and it is LSU Tigers versus the Kansas State Wildcats. We're doing live commentary, play-by-play, touchdown by touchdown, first down by first down. Has just a few more minutes to go for halftime to be over. Sometimes, I'm not going to lie to you, sometimes I wish they didn't even have a halftime. I know that sounds crazy, right? Because they need a halftime, obviously, because you can't just go, with the players just out there risking injury, not getting rejuvenated, getting, that Powerade or Gatorade in, getting replenished, getting coaching in, getting adjustments, discussed. But here, let me put the score update. There it is. Score update, 21-7. Kansas State up at the half. We're just waiting for this halftime to be done. It's got about 4 or 5 minutes left of halftime. Right now they're showing highlights of some of the previous games. Michigan got absolutely destroyed by Georgia. And Cincinnati got destroyed by Alabama. I watched both games, and I covered both games. So if you guys missed the commentary on those, make sure to check out the commentary of the previous videos. I've got the domination of Alabama beating Alabama beating Cincinnati, and then the domination by Georgia beating Michigan. I think the funnier one of the two was the Alabama game. When we covered that game, we had a lot of people on the broadcast, and the comments were absolutely funny. And the jokes and roasting that I had going on that broadcast was absolutely funny as fuck. So if you guys want to enjoy those, anything that I post on live will be saved on YouTube, Twitter, and Twitch for you guys to be able to replay it and watch it back. I notice most people on here are coming from like YouTube. So yeah, as soon as this is done, it'll play right back. C Plane earlier put 6. When he put that in the comments, it was because LSU had scored the 6 points. But now, of course, they scored the field goal, so it is 21-7. But yes, that's what he posted in the comments. And right now, this is the current score update. 21-7 halftime. Waiting for this game to start. Just got a few more minutes to go. Does anybody else put any more bets on this game? I know so far one person has. They have money on the +7. Anybody go money line? Anybody pick Kansas State, by the way? Was Kansas State money line even worth going for? Let me check to see if they've got the odds here. Check odds. LSU versus Kansas State. Kansas State. Let's see if LSU versus Kansas State. All right, guys. So these are the odds for this game. Kansas State is the favorite by -7, which we kind of already knew because Colton, I think his name is Colton Hill or something. He put that he's going +7. The over and under is 47.5. 47.5 on the over and under for this game. I think this game has potential to go over. I think it's going to go over 47.5 because they got, 28? About halfway there. Actually, more than halfway there. And then money line, guys, if you're going money line wasn't that bad on this one. If you're going money line, Kansas State -300. I know it's a little bit high, but it's not that high. That means every $300 you bet, you win $100. So not too bad. -300. LSU +240. Money line though. So that means that LSU's got to win. So you bet $100 on LSU to win. No spread coverage, nothing, no safety net. You pick LSU to win. You put $100. Every $100 gets you 240. So that means that potentially your money is making you 2.4x. So almost 2.5 to 1. If you pick LSU outright. If you pick Kansas State outright, you got to put 300 to win 100. So that's like a 1 to 3, like a 1 and a third or something like that. Whatever the fuck the fraction is, but you get the point. You got to bet 300 just to win 100, which if you have a lot of money, that's not too bad of a pick. I was thinking Kansas State would have been more like a -500, maybe -700, but apparently not that high. So they figured Kansas State is going to win, maybe but not a massive blowout. So we'll see how that goes. But I think personally, -700, -600 would have made more sense. I think Kansas State's going to win. And I think they will win by double digits. So I'm surprised it wasn't a higher bet on that one. But yeah, those are the bets for the game. By the way, the prediction odds on this game, CBS Sports Prediction says that they believe this game's going to end 43-31. 43-31, I think is what they're saying. Something like that. Let's see. Best bets. Yeah. So posted 3 hours ago, about 3 hours ago, CBS Sports believes the game is going to end 43-31. And I believe it should be in favor of Kansas State. They don't specifically say, but I'm assuming they're going to go Kansas State 43-31. So they believe it also will end in double digits, and they believe that Kansas State will win by about 12 points. So if Kansas State wins by 12 points, whoever picked LSU +7, that's going to be a no. And if the score ends up being somewhere around 43-31 as they're predicting, that's going to be an easy over because the 47.5 is what's the current over and under spread. If they get 43-31, which is not impossible, because Kansas State already has 21, LSU already has 7, so they definitely can be even more explosive in the second half. That's going to be a total of 74 points. So they're saying 74 points total on that prediction, and they're saying Kansas State will win by 12, 43-31. So we'll see how that works out. But yeah, those are the current odds for those of you putting money on the game. So it's going to be interesting. I want to see which one of those holds up. 74 points could be a little bit high as far as the total, but then again, this guy's been off to a big start. We've got another comment here. This is the third comment where something is posted and I have no idea what it means. He put vor.ong, vor. Might be a different language. Thank you for tuning in. Appreciate you coming by. Earlier today, we had Kenneth Carson with vom.red. Don't know what that means. And then earlier today, we had Uname Agnesi, put vasuf.tech. So have no idea, guys. Only languages I speak are English, Spanish, and sarcasm. Sarcasm is one of my languages that I speak. Heavy sarcasm, I should say. So, yeah, as far as this goes, I appreciate those people that stop by, drop the comment. Even if I don't know exactly what you're saying, I mean, if somebody else knows what you're saying, they can at least interact, or they can go ahead and tell us what you mean. So, game is about to start. I think there's only a few more commercials, and then we can get back to it. Yeah, appreciate everybody tuning in. Make sure to like the video, guys. Like the video, comment, subscribe. Drop that like, comment, subscribe. If you don't want to comment, it's all good. At least let's get that like in there. Let's get the like in there. I definitely would appreciate that like very, very much. Because the more that you guys like, the more videos hit the algorithm, which means we can get even more people to tune in and be able to go ahead and get them to interact with all of us. So far, it's been a good interaction. So I appreciate everybody on the broadcast. Here we go, guys. Halftime is over. Halftime is officially over. The Tac Texas Bowl is back. The Big 12 versus the SEC. Kansas State is part of the Big 12. LSU, part of the SEC. First half stats, guys. LSU 7, 21 for Kansas State. Rush yards right now, LSU has more. Passing yards, Kansas State has more. Total yards, Kansas State has a huge advantage. And first downs, 13 first downs, Kansas State to 5 of LSU. So LSU, again, tells you the story. Not a lot of first downs, not a lot of time on the clock, not a lot of big plays. They've had more rushing yards than Kansas State, but Kansas State has had a lot more passing yards, and the passing yards are in a huge margin. It's almost 3 times the passing yards compared to LSU, and then the total yards, it was something like 198 to 90. So LSU not getting a lot of yards in this game. They were able to put 7, but they haven't had the football a lot, and they haven't been able to convert a lot. So here we go, guys. And I was right. LSU to start off the second half in the third quarter. LSU receives the kickoff. 21-7. Third quarter is on the way, guys. We are back in action. Let's get it. Back in action. Here we go. It's been a good wait, but we're ready for some action. We're ready to get this ball rolling. Let's get it. Let's get it. Second half on the way. Here we go. All right. LSU is going to start it off with a rush play. LSU starts it with a rush. Not too much gain on that play. If you're tuning in, it is 21-7. Halftime is over. 21-7. Still in favor of Kansas State. Here we go. Putting the score update again. Halftime over. 21-7. Still in favor of Kansas State. LSU currently has the ball for the opening drive in the third quarter, which is now the second half. 2nd and 8. And right now it is the 27-yard line. They go for another rush play. Not much going on. Is it a fumble? No fumble. Oh, I got excited there for a second. I thought it was a fumble because sometimes the way you read the body language, like it looks like there's like a fumble when people are just like scrambling around trying to fight for it. But no fumble. Still LSU football. Right now, 3rd and 5. 13 minutes and 54 seconds to go in the third quarter. And right now, at the moment, LSU looks like they're getting a little bit of momentum. So if they get the first down here, they may potentially threaten the score again. So here we go. LSU on the 30, their own 30. They have not yet passed the 50-yard line in this quarter. This quarter just started. So here we go. LSU with a fake. Oh, Kansas State does not fall for it. LSU ends up running it in. Good for about 3. I think it's going to be 4th and 2. LSU fans are stunned. They just showed this close-up of LSU fans, and they're stunned that they didn't go and pass the ball. They try to fake it. They try to fake like they were going to pass. They did not pass it, and it looks like quarterback runs it in, but it's only good for about 3 or 2. Looks like they only gave him 2 on that play, so it's 4th and 3. LSU punting the ball. They will not risk it. LSU punts the ball. Ball lands around the 18. Kansas State catches it. Ooh, runs to the right, shakes and bakes to the left, makes it to the 40, tries to get more, but he ends up at the 39-yard line. Man. Brooks, number 88, Brooks on Kansas State, gets the football at about the 20. He's able to shake and bake his way. He goes to the right. All the LSU team falls on the floor. He shakes to the left. He should have just, when he cut back to the left, he should have just cut left and then ran straight up. He ends up cutting left, but then he tries to do more razzle-dazzle. And then, of course, LSU catches up to him. So he ends up on the ground at about the 39 or 38-yard line. Could have ended up at roughly about the 45 or 46 if he would have just kept running it up. But he tried to be cute with it, and that didn't work out. But he was able to gain at least a 19-yard run on that one for the kickoff return. They rush it here. The ball was spotted at the 39. And they rush it up to, looks like it should be good for about 6 or 7. It's going to be 2nd down. Wow, the clock is moving pretty quick. The game just started. And, there's 15 minutes in a quarter. The game just started. It's already 12 minutes and 16 seconds to go in the third. So they literally already burned almost close to 3 minutes on the football clock. It's 2nd and 5. Let's see how this goes here. Right now, the ball is at the 39. 2nd and 5. Not 39, 44-yard line. Quarterback fakes it, prevents the sack, runs it up, gets it more. Good, beautiful play. Kansas State, number 7, decides not to pass it, decides not to go for the rush. He takes the ball in his own hands, no pun intended, and gets the football up for about a good 15 to 18 yards. Nice play. Again, Kansas State was able to get a touchdown in drive 1, a touchdown in drive 2, a touchdown in drive 3, and then a missed field goal in drive 4, which was the one that ended the second quarter in the first half. So now this will be drive number 5 by Kansas State. Drive number 5 by Kansas State. And right now they're looking to put 7 more on the board. A good pass, beautiful play. They are in field goal range. And number 87 gets it in for a first. So here we go. Gets it in for a first. Beautiful play. Kansas State right now in complete control. If you're just tuning in, LSU did start the second quarter with getting the football. Unfortunately, they converted no points. They did not pass the 50-yard line or even get within field goal range, so they had to punt. Kansas State now has the football. This is their first drive of the third quarter and first drive of the second half, and they are already in field goal range. So here we go. They pass it off to Knowles. A good handoff. Knowles gets about a good 5 yards. Should be 3rd and 1. 10 minutes and 35 seconds remaining. And yes, they spot it with 3rd and 1 to go. The clock is ticking with 10 minutes, 29 seconds in the third quarter, guys. This game literally just started, and already almost 5 minutes is shaved off the clock. No one using timeouts, just playing football. Right now, Kansas State is 6 of 8 on third downs. It is now 3rd down, 3rd and 1. So they have been very good on third down conversions, 6 and 8 for the game so far. And they got 1 yard to get this first. All right. Ooh, a little razzle dazzle. Looks like the quarterback was about to move back and throw it far into the end zone. I thought he was going to throw it into the end zone to do a Hail Mary, but he just acts like he's going to throw it far, and then he does this little whoop, a little loaf of bread pass. The little loaf of bread where he doesn't even really pass it. He just like tosses it like a schoolgirl, throws it out to the intended receiver for a little quick 2 or 3 yard gain. Good enough for the first. And right now, momentum is back on Kansas State. Kansas State still with momentum. Right now, it is 20. They are on the 25-yard line. They're close to the LSU red zone yet again. Here we go. Quarterback looking for someone in the end zone. LSU with two guys running after him. He's going to throw it, but he sees that the intended. Ooh, shit. He almost ends up injured. So the two LSU guys go after Thompson, the quarterback, number 7 for Kansas State. They almost get him. He looks back and notices that they're behind him. So he goes forward, does not pass the ball, and he rushes it in for a few yards, gets into the red zone, runs out of bounds, and upon running out of bounds, he almost gets injured, almost runs into like a sign or something like that. So luckily, he was able to stay on his feet. It is 2nd and 3 with 9 minutes to go in the third quarter. Literally, this quarter feels like it started 30 seconds ago, and it's already on the way. Boom. He gets it to the intended rusher, number 22, and it's a touchdown. Deuce Vaughn yet again. Number 22 with an 18-yard touchdown rush. Let's go, Kansas State. Touchdown. 22-yard rush. 18-yard rush by number 22. Getting my numbers mixed up here. Touchdown by number 22, Deuce Vaughn. Deuce Vaughn. This is actually his second touchdown of the game. He's been utilized a lot. He's been utilized a lot for rushing yards, but he's been utilized more specifically for touchdowns. So second touchdown for number 22. That's 2-2-2. Number 22 for the second touchdown. The score is 27-7. They go for the 1-point field goal. The field goal is good, and it is now 28-7. LSU is now down by 21 yet again to start off the third quarter. It is now 8 minutes and 46 seconds remaining, and it looks like LSU is getting very upset out there. Every time that Kansas State scores, LSU players are just getting upset, and they're over there trying to start fights. Come on, man. Just play football. Take your anger out on the field. Stop trying to take your anger out starting fights with people. What is starting fights going to do? It's just going to get you a personal foul or an ejection. And speaking of which, the referees, they need referee time. They need TV time. So it looks like they put a flag on the field, and I'm pretty sure it's going to be on LSU, more than likely for either a personal foul or unsportsmanlike conduct. I mean, it's stupid, man. Come on. Yeah, number 80 on LSU, he goes and starts shoving one of the players over on Kansas State, shoves him 3 times. And then the referees, about 5 refs, 6 refs, 7 refs, 7 referees, and a couple of coordinators and coaches had to go out to break up the fight. So it was a big-time fight starting on the field, and it looks like it's broken up. 28-7, guys. Score update. Eric put it in the comments as well. 28-7, it's over. So Eric believes that there is no more opportunity for LSU to be able to make a comeback. He truly believes that the game could be over. I don't know. We'll see. I'm going to give them to the third quarter, the end of the third. If they can score another 7, then I'll say LSU still has an opportunity. But here's the thing with LSU. You're trying to get Kansas State upset. They're not falling for it, right? You know, sometimes in sports, you got to play mind games, right? They're not falling for the mind games. So why keep fucking around with them? Just try to score and play good defense. You know, it's like LSU is shooting themselves in the foot with penalties. It's bad enough that your defense isn't holding up. You got 28 points scored on your defense. Then on your offense, you're not moving the ball fast enough. And then you're not getting penalties for personal fouls, you know, unsportsmanlike actions, conduct, etc. I mean, LSU, I don't know if you came out to play football or you came out to have a wrestling match, but I can tell you this. You may be winning the wrestling matches, but you're not winning on the scoreboard. So I think they need to focus more on the game. Just saying, there's too much pushing, there's too much shoving, there's too much fighting. Like earlier, one of the guys was literally shoving one of the other guys on the floor, pulls his mask, tries to stomp on him. I'm like, bro, this is not like a UFC fight. You know what I'm saying? This is football. Let's keep it clean, right? Guys are going to shove a little bit, but when it becomes like you're trying to stomp on somebody and punch them, you know, those guys should have been ejected. There's already 2 guys that have gotten away with, you know, unsportsmanlike conduct that was like literally trying to stomp a mud hole in someone's ass. You know what I'm saying? But anyways, the action is 28-7. That is the current score. Eric has it correct. 28-7. Is it over? Not yet. Still third quarter. Still a lot of coverage. Still more to broadcast. So this is going all the way to the end of the fourth, guys. I'm not closing out the broadcast until we get the final score. So we need to go ahead and continue the updates. Eric also says very undisciplined. If you're just tuning in, guys, and you don't know who Eric is, he's a good friend of mine, and he is an LSU fan, big-time LSU fan. He's waited all day for this game, and right now he does feel disappointed because that score, 28-7, was not what he was expecting. And just like a lot of fans in the Texas Bowl Stadium, NRG Stadium, I should say, a lot of fans for LSU went home already. So they're very disappointed. LSU, you did win today in basketball. You won 65-60 against Kentucky. So you at least have the basketball side to look up for. But on the college football for the Texas Bowl, so far it's been absolute domination by Kansas State. And at the moment, there's this chunky guy with his shirt off, and they're showing him on the field, and he's over here trying to flex. Clearly a Kansas State guy. He's not an LSU guy, as you can tell. Back to the game. Commercial break is now over. And here we go. LSU got a score on this one. This is another must-score drive. This is a must-score drive. I think if they don't get it here, then I can say it might be over. Must-score drive on this one. LSU catches the ball. They call for a fair catch. They're roughly around 25 or 26-yard line. So right now, LSU, man, got to get the football up quickly. Can't be wasting no kind of time. By the way, guys, tune in this Thursday. I'll be covering the Thursday game if it is a good hot ticket game to cover. Sunday, we'll be covering all the games because there's going to be a lot of hot ticket games. There's a lot of NFL to be decided. Tennessee Titans coming in at number 1 seed because the Chiefs lost this Sunday. Bengals at number 3. If the Chiefs lose on the final week and the Bengals and the Titans win, that may potentially keep Titans at number 1. Bengals move up possibly to number 2, and then the Chiefs drop to number 3. LSU game is back. Number 20, is it 21? Yeah, number 21 rushes it in. It's good for about 5 or 6 yards. LSU right now keeping the drive with some momentum, trying to keep the drive alive. Will it be enough for them to make a comeback? If they can get 14, I think they should be in good positioning for the fourth quarter. Right now, the Kansas State band is on fire. Right now, it's 8 minutes and 16 seconds to go in the third, 2nd and 4. LSU has the football at the moment. All right, let's see if they get a first. They fake the rush play. The quarterback runs it in, gets the first, gets more. Beautiful play by the quarterback. Almost gets stopped by Kansas State defense. But unfortunately, number 13, quarterback for LSU says, I will not be denied. Beautiful play. He fakes it to number 21. 21 looks like he's rushing it in with the football. Everyone shifts over to the right side, and they end up getting fooled. And, of course, quarterback still had the football, and he ran it in. Gets the first and more. That run was good for about a good 15, 16 yards. Nice play by the quarterback, LSU, to keep the drive alive. Keep it going. Make this game competitive. 1st and 10. The ball is spotted at the 47. LSU still on their own territory. This time, they go for the rush play, and they actually give it to the intended rusher, and it should be good for about 5 yards. Should be 2nd and 5. LSU right now not confident in their pass game. They've been doing a whole lot of quarterback rush and a whole lot of, using number, 21, I think it is. Yeah, number 21. He's been getting a lot of play time on the rush too. So it's been between him and the quarterback that have been getting a lot of yards, but it's mostly rush. The pass game has been almost non-existent, and I think they just don't feel confident. And I think that interception in the second quarter blew away the confidence for Kirkland, the quarterback for LSU. Look, another rush play. They fake it, but this time, Kansas State, they did not fall for the fake. Number 13, the quarterback, LSU Kirkland, does not fall for the fake. He ends up trying to pass it over to him. When he goes to pass it over, unfortunately, the defense for Kansas State reads the fake. They see that Kirkland Still had the football this time, and they go and get a quarterback sack. Should be no gain, 3rd and 5. Unfortunately, they did not fall for the fake on this one. They read that play beautifully. So here we go, guys. 28-7, 6 minutes and 3 seconds to go, 3rd and 5. LSU right now with only 2 of 6 on 3rd downs. Unfreaking believable. They go for another rush play, and I think they're going to be short by a yard. It's 3rd and 5. I think they only got enough for 4. Yes. Referee on the sideline runs over and says it's going to be 4th down. So it'll be 4th and 1. Why are these guys rushing it over and over and over again? That's another 3rd down where they don't convert. Another 3rd down. They're 4th and 1. They're not punting it this time. They're actually going to go for it on 4th down. So here we go. Oh, is it short? Is it short? They rushed it again, and it looked like initially they had passed the line, but then they got pushed back by the defense. I think it's going to be short by inches. It was 4th and 1. They went for it. Depending on where they spot this ball, I think it's going to be short. LSU fans out there disappointed and in complete, absolute disgust. Holy crap, another rush play. It's been like, I don't know how many times have they done this damn rush, back-to-back plays. It's been like 5 or 6 rush plays in a row. These fucking guys, man, they don't go for a pass. Yo, I think it's going to be short. They're measuring it right now. That measuring is way past the football. They're short. Turnover on downs. Kansas State stops them on 4th and 1. And the thing is that LSU initially looked like they had enough pushing forward. And then Kansas State, with the final effort, grouped together, and their defense completely pushes the O-line back. And unfortunately, LSU is short on 4th and 1. Turnover on downs. And it looks like Kansas State will be taking over. 5 minutes and 14 seconds remaining on the 3rd. They went for the measuring. Did not look like it was enough. And now they're going to another official review. I don't know why they're going back to review it. I mean, it was pretty obvious that he didn't pass, the 1st down line. He didn't pass the 1st down marker. That was for sure. I mean, we even see it. You can see the yellow, and he didn't go anywhere near past the yellow. As a matter of fact, he was about a half a yard shy. They showed it from the side view angle again. The first view from the top view looked like he passed the marker, and then it looked like he got pushed back after that. But when they showed the side view, he didn't even pass the 1st down marker. So should be confirmed. They decided to go on a official review. Nobody challenged it. It looks like the refs just decided to review it on their own accord to make sure they get it right. But they did get it right, unfortunately. So it's not going to be a decision that's going to be turned around. It should stand, and it should be confirmed that it is for a turnover on 4th down. So LSU, man, shooting themselves in the foot. Did not convert on the 3rd and did not convert on the 4th. So no good. Maybe they should have punted it. Who knows? They punted it last time when it was 4th and 3. I guess they felt good on 4th and 1. Unfortunately, not enough. And here's the thing. They did 6 plays in a row, about 6 plays in a row, where unfortunately they were, they did 6 plays in a row where unfortunately it was all rush plays. So what do you think the defense is going to assume? They're going to be like, well, they rushed it about 4, 5, 6 plays in a row. They need 1 yard. It's 4th down. What do you think they're going to do? They're going to rush it. I mean, everybody typically rushes it on 4th and 1. But the fact that LSU has had 4 or 5 plays in a row where it was all rush and no pass, I mean, what the hell do you think they're going to do? They're going to expect a rush. I would have been smarter than that and say, hey, we've been rushing it for 4 or 5 plays. Let's pass it. Pass the fucking ball. Why would you rush it for 4th and 1? If you were passing it before and then you rush it, you might fool the defense. But you've done 4 or 5 rushes in a row, and then you're going to still rush it on the 4th and 1? Stupid. If anything, you should have passed it because the defense was already expecting it. You would have had your offense over the defense on the other side. You would have had them on the other side. There was hardly anybody even in the safety area. So you would have got a good pass. You would have had the 1st down. You probably would have gained 20 to 30 yards, kept the drive alive, potentially maybe even scored a touchdown because they were expecting the rush. Stupid. LSU. I think they have no game plan right now when it comes to offense. They're just whatever tickles their fancy is whatever they're doing out there. So LSU very disappointed on this drive. And I can tell you this, a lot of the LSU fans have already gone home prior to the third quarter. A lot of the fans went home by the beginning of the second quarter, which is crazy to me. Paid money for tickets and go home early. Let's check the comments real quick. It just went to commercial break. The game is back from commercial break. Real quick. Romeo showed up and says, we got a wide receiver starting as a quarterback. I don't know if you knew. And then he also says, not an ideal strategy, but we had no quarterbacks available to play this game. So we put in a wide receiver. Seaplane is back, says a little blocking would change things for the better if they're going to stick on the run. I agree. Alan S says, duh, they have a wide receiver playing quarterback. Well, Alan S, duh would be a duh if you guys were smart enough with your quarterback or recruiting and positioning. And Eric says LSU has a quarterback, Garrett Nussmeier, but if he plays, he burns his red shirt. And then Eric, what else did Eric say? Eric also says, I think that's the same comment. I think it was written twice. All right, game is back. Kansas State taking the ball back. 5 minutes and 2 seconds to go. If Kansas State scores on this one, I'm going to say very little to no opportunity for LSU to do anything. Seaplane, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and hit the bell notification. You're definitely welcome to any future live streams to discuss more football or any sports that we discuss. Alan, you're welcome as well to join us on any future live streams. Like, comment, subscribe, and hit the bell notification so you can be notified whenever it is that I go on here on live. Oh, Kansas State, a big-time pass. Unbelievable to number 88, Brooks. Holy shit, what a big-time pass. Let's look at this replay. LSU defense scrambled. Don't know who to defend. 3 jerseys in the area, none of them able to get an interception. Number 88, Brooks, catches the football. Unbelievable. And they make it to the red zone. What a beautiful, beautiful play. Damn. Big-time pass to Brooks. It ends up at the 20-yard line. Right now, Kansas State tries to prevent the quarterback sack. They throw the football. Is it going to be called for intentional grounding? I think it may just be intentional grounding because they threw the football right before they were about to get the quarterback sack. There is a flag. The gestures do look like it is intentional grounding. Here's the replay. Defense rolls in. Number 38 gets there quickly on time, throws the quarterback to the floor. Thompson, before he gets to the ground, throws the football. It landed out of bounds, but unfortunately, they put the flag on Kansas. So they're saying that was intentional grounding. It'll be 2nd and 23. Right now, LSU, number 38, on the D-line. Looks like he is down on the ground. I don't know if he's doing an acting show so that the clock will stop or if he's injured for real. But he is down on the ground. And right now, at this moment, it is a commercial break. We have Leslie Young showed up, says vog.fyl. Leslie Young, thank you for stopping by. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. And hit the bell notification for future live streams. Romeo says, yep. Complimenting this over here, what Eric says about LSU having the quarterback Garrett Nussmeier, but if he plays, he burns his red shirt, something like that. Woo! LSU fans, right now this game is looking a little bit tight. I don't see the opportunity too much left. There's only minutes left remaining in the third quarter, and it's going to be a very, very pivotal drive for you guys to hold up on defense on this one, because already you've allowed Kansas State in minimal amount of time to be able to make a huge, big-time pass to get it to the red zone on the LSU territory. And at this moment, right now, it could be another 7 points coming on the scoreboard. Right now, it's commercial break, so we're waiting a few seconds here just to wait and see where they're going to go ahead and spot the football. It should still be on the 20. I think it's 2nd and 23, if I'm not mistaken, is when we left, right when they were showing the replay. Delicious. Another sip of Jack Daniels honey. Woo! So good, so good, so good. College football, guys. It's crazy. It's almost over. Season's almost over. We've got this game. Then, we've got the Georgia-Alabama rematch. I don't know who you guys are going for, but I think Alabama's going to lose that one. I think Georgia's going to have to get they're going to have to get revenge. They're ready for it. Alabama, though, you never underestimate them. They always make it far, and they always, they're always in the championship picture one way or another. They've got the most championships, or almost. Do they have the most championships? I think they do, if I'm not mistaken. Well, I don't know if they have the most national championships. Got to double check the stat sheet, but I know as far as SEC, they're up there as far as having the most, if I'm not mistaken, with 18 national championships. I forgot how many they have, but I know they're up there. Got a lot of championships. So Alabama is going to be no easy task for Georgia, but I think Georgia will come up. Here we go. The game is back from commercial break. It looks like number 38, Cage on LSU, is back up from the ground. So it looks like he's okay. It is 2nd and 23 with 4 minutes and 14 seconds to go. Again, the score is 28-7. No one has scored so far. Kansas State did score earlier. They scored 7. So it's 28-7. Here we go. 2nd and long. Here we go. Thompson throws the football to Agent 0, number 0. Should be good for about 8 or 9 yards. Let's see where they spot the football. Still going to be a 3rd and long, even if it's good for 8 or 9. Score is 28-7, 3 minutes and 53 seconds remaining in the third quarter. It's not a lot of time left for LSU to do something. I think LSU needs to get an interception, score quickly, and end this on a good note to go in for the 4th. Right now, they haven't had any interceptions in this game. This would be the time to do it. Here we go. 3 minutes and 34 seconds to go. 3 minutes. 3.5 minutes. 3rd and 14. Oh, there's a flag. I think LSU ran too quickly. Who's the flag on? Looked like Smith had ran in there. No, they put the penalty on Kansas State for a false start. Flag is on them. So, you already know what that means. Another 5 yards. It's going to be 3rd and long with 3rd and 19. Kansas State opening the door of opportunity for LSU. LSU can still be in this game. It's 3rd and 19. It's 3rd and 19. Right now, they both have almost the same amount of penalties, which I didn't even notice. Penalties, 4 of them for Kansas State, 5 for LSU. Shit, I thought all the penalties were on LSU, if I'm being honest. I've barely seen any on Kansas State, but apparently they have almost the same amount of penalties. Boom, a big-time pass. They get it to about the 20, but LSU's defense pushes them back about 2 yards. Where will they spot the football? On the 20 or on the 22? There's a flag thrown. There was a little bit of shoving after the play, so I don't know if it's going to be because of unsportsmanlike conduct, personal foul. So let's see. A lot of referees out there again. About 6 or 7 referees breaking it up, making sure this fight doesn't continue. Actually, now there's about 8 referees. Here we go. Looks like it should be a flag on Kansas. Let's see. Is it? Let's see. It says unsportsmanlike conduct. So, yes, Kansas State, another penalty. Back-to-back penalties on Kansas State. Back-to-back penalties. Unfreaking believable. Opening the door even more for LSU to make a comeback. It is now 4th and 25. Shit, that's going to have to be a field goal. I know they're not going to go for it on 4th and 25. You got to be fucking stupid if you're going to go for a first down on 4th and 25. Shit, it better be a field goal unit out there. Unless they got pushed so far back that they've got to punt. Let's see where they're at. Ooh, I think they may have to punt. I think they actually screwed themselves out of a field goal, and now they're going to have to punt. Ooh, there's another flag before anything. Now it's a false start, Kansas. False start. That's another loss of another 5. So it's going to be 4th and long again. Unbelievable right now. Kansas just, and I think they're just purposely trying to push the ball back. You know what I'm saying? So that's what it looks like. It is 4th and 30. 4th and 30, definitely nowhere near field goal range, so they will have to punt the football. What the hell is going on now? Is there a timeout? What are these guys doing? There's a lot of time being wasted on this drive, and I don't understand why. It's 4th and 30, bro. Just get the fucking ball kicked and let's go. Stop wasting time. Bro, this shit is so annoying. I hate when people act extra. 4th and 30, it's about to be punted, but these guys keep doing unnecessary penalties. Kansas State band in the celebration mood. The band is hyped. Damn, a lot of the fans left. I wonder if Kansas State fans left too. They must have figured, well, this game's over, and a lot of the fans decided to leave. There's a mixed crowd of Kansas and LSU. Wildcats, LSU out there. Like the Tigers are there, but a lot of them left. About 80-90% of them are gone. Finally, the damn ball gets punted, and here we go. The ball gets punted, lands roughly around the 19-yard line. LSU, great job, by the way, on opportunity for you to be able to stop Kansas State. All those penalties basically backed up Kansas State where they weren't able to convert any points on that drive. That drive looks so solid because they got it to the red zone on the 20. And then they got their asses pushed all the way back to the 40-something yard line. So LSU, the door has been opened. Door is wide open for LSU. Let's see. It's at the 19-yard line. A pass. It's good. Boom. And they make it about a good pass for a 13-yard reception. Good enough for the first down. LSU making moves. It is now under 2 minutes to go in the third quarter. If LSU scores here, it'll be a very interesting fourth quarter going in. They were able to stop Kansas from scoring on the previous drive. Reception, good for about 13. Referee getting more TV time. I guess the referees bored out there, not getting enough TV time. And it looks like they're throwing a flag on Yeast, number 2. Bro, that's a weird name and a weird number to have together. Your number is number 2, and your last name is Yeast. That boy is dropping that number 2 with a yeast infection. You know what I'm saying? Oh, shit. Yeast number 2. Bro, that's the worst last name and the worst number to put on your jersey. You should have put Yeast number 3 or 15 or something. Yo, Yeast number 2. Unbelievable. Anyways, back to the game. LSU go. Runs it in. Quarterback decides to hold it and runs it in roughly for about 4 or 5 yards. LSU, let's go. Momentum. Starting to shift back over to you guys. You stopped Kansas State from scoring on the drive, even though they got it to the 20-yard line. They got it into the red zone, and yet they were able to go ahead and stop it. I don't know how that even happened. I mean, I know how it happened, but I'm just kind of stunned that Kansas State didn't even at least get 3 on that drive because they were literally on the 20-yard line. They were already in the red zone. All those penalties screwed them over. So LSU here, bro, big time opportunity. You've got to take advantage. 2nd and 6. Here we go. Ooh, a big pass. Oh, no, it's intercepted. Oh, shit. Intercepted by Kansas State, number 19. Still going. Oh, no. Damn it, LSU. An opportunity to be able to go ahead and get it close to the red zone, and they get it turned over. Shit. It is an interception. There's also a flag on the play. Will it be on Kansas State? Who is the penalty on? I think it's going to be on LSU. Damn, bro. Unbelievable. What the hell is going on in this game? I thought LSU was literally about to score 7. I see the football finally go flying almost 40-something yards. There was an intended receiver in the area, but unfortunately, Kansas State defense had 3 or 4 purple jerseys in the area. They all got into the vicinity of where the football was going, and number 19 on Kansas State intercepts the football. If the flag is on LSU, Kansas State will have the football back with good field positioning with 59 seconds to go in the third. I think it's going to be on LSU because the players look absolutely flabbergasted. They look like they cannot believe what the fuck just happened. So, unbelievable. Another interception. The first one was I believe, in the second quarter. And now this interception in the third. That's going to be 2 interceptions by Kansas State in the entire game. 2 interceptions. And they did both interceptions literally when LSU was getting some momentum and trying to make a difference on the scoreboard. LSU, I thought they were actually going to get a touchdown on this drive because that big time pass, it looked like it was going to be good. Their intended receiver was within the area of the football, but unfortunately, 3 or 4 Kansas State guys just swarm him up. Pause, no pun intended. And they end up getting a big time interception. And not only do they get the interception, but they run it back for about 25 yards. So, shit, LSU, man, you might be running out of time on this one. Romeo says, bro, you know it's a fun drinking game? It says, take a shot anytime LSU completes a pass. So let's go ahead and do that. If LSU completes a pass, I will take a shot. Kansas State with a big time pass. They get enough for the first. They get more than enough to get into field goal range. And right now, this game may potentially be getting close to the end. It's still a full quarter remaining. But if they score here, this may be the end of the road for LSU. And Eric says, haha. He says that I should basically take Romeo's advice and take a shot anytime that LSU gets a completed pass. We'll do that starting now. Here we go. Kansas State, number 22 again. Deuce Vaughn runs it in for the first. Oh, and is it good for the touchdown? Did he get it through the plane? Is it good? I don't think it is, but it is enough to be able to get it in the red zone and get it somewhere around either the 3rd or the 5-yard line. Let's see how far Deuce Vaughn, number 22, makes it. This guy has been phenomenal. The shortest guy on the team, the fast legs. Boom. LSU fans absolutely stunned and amazed out there. They cannot believe what the heck is going on. Every time they show a guy from the LSU team, they're like this. Like the LSU fans are just absolutely stunned, bro. Bro, Deuce Vaughn has already scored 2 touchdowns for Kansas State, and they're close to getting him a 3rd touchdown. He literally almost scored a touchdown on that one. So the CBS sports predictions, I don't think are going to happen. CBS predicted that this game would end 43-31. Kansas State getting 43 points, LSU getting 31. LSU is nowhere near scoring 31 points, so I don't think that's going to happen. They also look like they were saying that Kansas State's going to win by 12. That's probably going to hold up because this game is just turning into a blowout. It's already been a blowout, but it's going to get worse. And then the over and under on this one is 47.5. Collectively, right now, they have 35 points. So they are roughly 13 points away from going over. I still think there's an opportunity for the game to go over 47.5. I'm sticking with that pick. 47.5 over. Kansas State for the win at minus 300. That's also, I think, going to be good, as I stated, since like the previous quarter. And then the -7, I think should be good. I think -7 Kansas State should be good. So yes, going all the way back. What time is it? It's Eastern time. Guys, I'm on Eastern time, by the way. 11:37 p.m. Eastern time for those tuning in. This guy right here back at 9:23 p.m. Eastern. So over 2 hours ago, Colton Hill says, let's go Tigers, +7. Not happening. Not today. Not on my watch. Not on this game. +7 will not happen today. You will need the biggest miracle of all time for LSU to cover +7. Again, for those who are not familiar with betting, +7 does not mean that LSU has to win. They can lose the game. It just can't be by 7 or more points. Right now, they're getting blown out by 21. So whoever picked +7, you're losing. If you picked +240 for LSU to outright win it on the money line, you're losing. And if you picked under 47.5, you're currently covering, but I don't think it's going to be holding up. So my picks are over 47.5, Kansas State -7, and money line -300. I think those will hold up. I don't have any money on these, by the way. And by the way, I'm not a financial advisor, and I am not a sports betting advisor. So you guys bet on your own will. If you bet on something that I said, just know you take it with a grain of salt because I'm no expert. But anyways, it is on commercial break, waiting for the game to start back up. I don't see LSU completing a pass anytime soon because they've been rushing the game for like 80% of the game. So I'll just take a sip now because I don't think the opportunity to do this, take a shot, if LSU completes a pass, is going to happen. Maybe once, maybe twice, but they haven't even had the football enough. So it's just been the moral of the story right there. All right, here we go. So they do not give Kansas State the touchdown, of course, because Deuce Vaughn, number 22, basically got out of bounds. They shoved him out of bounds before he touched the little orange pillar on the side of the end zone. So they spot it at the 2. Here we go. First and goal. Oh, a quick pass to guess who? Number 22. Guess who? Number 22. That's right, guys. A 2-yard touchdown to number 22 for the 3rd touchdown. Vince Vaughn makes the game impossible for LSU to make a comeback. I do not see LSU making a comeback. Eric says this ain't LSU. This is a wannabe who looks like them. I don't know, man. They got the jerseys. They've got the mascot. 1-point field goal is good, guys. The score now is 35-7. LSU getting handled badly by Kansas State Wildcats, bro. It looks like today the Wildcats are the fiercer cat of the game. The Tigers right now have turned into a kitty cat. There is no tiger in this game. These are a bunch of kitty cats out here playing against the Wildcats. Unbelievable display by LSU, and not in a good way. Unbelievable in the most shocking and terrible way possible. Kansas State fans are out here dancing, taking their shirts off, and just the band constantly going off and being excited. Guys, it is officially the 4th quarter. 14 minutes and 50 seconds to go. They scored that touchdown in 4 seconds. Again, Deuce Vaughn scores yet again. Guys, look at the irony in this situation. Deuce Vaughn scores, right? His first name is Deuce, which means number 2. His jersey number is 22. And the touchdown he just scored is a 2-yard touchdown. So Deuce, number 22 for 2-yard touchdown. How many times can you say that fast? 5 times. Can you even say it fast 2 times? Deuce, number 22 for the 2-yard touchdown. Say that real quick 5 times. Kansas State fans out here, nobody knows how to dance, but they are dancing in the audience. But none of them know how to dance. I don't know what kind of dance this is, but don't get offended if you're watching and if you're white. But yeah, man, that's that white people can't dance. That's what that is. These guys cannot dance. Everybody is excited, but you guys need some dance moves. That's for damn sure. That's the white people can't dance. That's what we're going to call it. $35-7. Unbelievable, bro. This shit has been an absolute shit show for LSU. Every time they looked like they had momentum, nothing. Here we go. It's a short pass to number 8 for a gain of 2. Well, there you go, guys. You have a pass. Take a sip. I don't even think that should count as a real pass because literally he caught it behind the line of scrimmage and ran it forward for 2. but we'll give it to him. But that was a terrible short pass. Seaplane. A boy says he's laughing over here with Romeo put. He says Kansas State fans are horrible dancers. I agree. Like I said, that's that white people can't dance move. You know what I'm saying? Them boys are just making up moves on the spot. Here we go. Don't tell me another interception. Oh my goodness. Close to being another interception. Unbelievable. I don't know what's going on in this game anymore, man. 35-7. This is looking bananas out here. 13 minutes and 35 seconds to go. Collectively, these guys have 42 points together. So if Kansas can put up another touchdown, they will get a collective total of 49 points, which covers the over 47.5 that I stated earlier. So there is an opportunity here. There's a big time opportunity here. Over. I still think the over is going to cover. 47.5. Still think that's going to cover. Clearly, the -7 is going to cover. So Colton Hill, my friend, if you are still watching, which more than likely you probably are not. And by the way, let me go to an old comment where Eric said this game could get ugly. Eric, it got ugly. We posted this comment before, and you were right. It did get ugly. And another old comment by Eric, this game is awful. If you're an LSU fan, yes, this game is awful for you. And again, I will replay this all the way through. Colton Hill at +7. Not even on a desert island is this game going to be covered by LSU at +7. So there you go. It is now commercial break, 35-7. I think that Kansas State will score one more touchdown to cover the over for 47.5. They're clearly going to cover the -300. So that was definitely a good -300. You don't get a lot of -300s that turn out that good for you. So that's why I said this game should have been a -700 for Kansas State. They put that kind of low. -300 for Kansas State. It's pretty low. But 35-7 is the score. So far, money line and spreads are in the favor of Kansas State. The only thing that has not yet been covered is my over 47.5. So let's see if I get that over 47.5. But an unbelievable game, guys. This coverage has been awesome. We're not shutting it down until there is triple zeros in the fourth quarter. It doesn't matter if Kansas State is the clear winner. I like to cover it to the very end of the game, whether it's my team that I'm going for, whether it's somebody else's team, or whether it's two teams like here. I'm not a Kansas State fan, and I'm not an LSU fan. I'm not a hater on either team, but I'm also not a supporter of either team. So either way, I'm going to the wire because I like to give the full attention to the game. I don't like to call games short because you just never know, especially in college football. Somebody could put a 50-piece on you in a matter of like 6 minutes. So that 50-piece, LSU, you find a way to put a 50-piece, you could win. But the story of the game, man, number 22, Deuce Vaughn, unbelievable rusher, bro. He's just in the game doing whatever he wants. This is now 3 touchdowns for the boy. I mean, I don't even know what's his total yards, but if I had to guess, bro, his total yards have got to be close to like 100, 200 something. What does he got, man? He's got a total of, I think he's got like 100 and something yard, about 150, 160. I feel like he got a 200-yard game. I don't know. Just been rushing that shit all over the place. All right, guys, back from commercial break. LSU, here we go. Can the defense hold up? Kansas State rushing it in. They get it to about the 34, 35-yard line. I think even if LSU stops Kansas State from scoring, there's only 13 minutes and 8 seconds to go. It's not a whole lot of clock. And also, the reason why I say that is because Kansas State, every time they get the football, on average, they're holding the football for somewhere between 5 to 9 minutes a drive. So they're burning the whole damn clock down. Right, here we go. LSU down by 28. Kansas State on the 35-yard line. 35-yard line. 2nd and 5. They give it to Deuce Vaughn again, who rushes it. Can he make it to the crib? Can he make it to the crib? He cuts left. Oh, and they stop him at the 18. Oh, shit. Deuce Vaughn finds the opening in the middle, rushes it from the 35-yard line on his side, and gets it all the way to the 18-yard line in the LSU side. What an unbelievable rush. If I was him, I would not have cut left. I know he cut left at the end to try to go ahead and get the touchdown. I would have just kept rushing it right because you would have gained another 10, 15 yards. By the way, his parents are in the stadium right now cheering him on, seeing an unbelievable effort by this kid. Man, from the 35 on his side to the 17 actually on the territory of LSU. In the red zone, a pass, no good. Unbelievable. Deuce Vaughn. Sensational game, bro. Absolutely sensational. This guy is golden, man. This guy's gonna make NFL. That rush he just did was good for about 48 yards, and he has over 100 yards in this game. This guy's gonna, man. This guy, he needs to make sure he gets drafted to a solid team because damn, his rushing capability is awesome, man. 48 yards for Vince Vaughn on the last play. 48-yard rush. Made it from the 35 on the Kansas State side all the way down to the 17 in LSU territory into the red zone, and now potentially opening up another opportunity for another 7 points to be added on the board. And if they score here, it'll be over 47.5. It'll be 49 collective points between the two teams. Here we go. 11 minutes and 14 seconds remaining. 3rd and 6. Are they going to pass it or are they going to go with Vaughn again? Let's see. Quarterback pass. Good for a first. Oh, is that a touchdown or is he short? They're saying he's good for about the half. So they will not give him the touchdown. But he's good for the half yard. That's good for a first. That's going to be 1st and goal. Woo! Number 88 doing his thing out there as well. Yeah, he's good for about the half. The defense for LSU stopped him right before he could get into the end zone. And he didn't break the plane. So, yeah, it should be about the half. Good call, refs. Good call. Yeah, it should be about the half or about the 1. Good play. 1st down. Here we go, guys. 10 minutes, 45 seconds to go. It looks like may go 2. Another 7 points on the board. The officials are reviewing at the moment to see where the ball should be spotted. Punt, no pun intended, pause. I would think it should be the 1-yard line because it looks like he was already going out at the 1, and then last minute his foot lands around the half, but that was out of bounds already. So right there, a little bit inside the 1. A little bit inside the 1-yard line. About the 1. 1 should be good. 1st and goal on the 1 should be right. If I were them, give it to Vince Vaughn again. I mean, look at me, Vince Vaughn. I'm tripping. That's the comedian. Deuce Vaughn. Deuce Vaughn with the number 22. Deuce Vaughn 2-2. Give it to number 22. Double twos. There we go. So they took Knowles out, so Knowles won't be scoring the touchdown. Knowles scored earlier as well. I think he has 2 as well, if I'm not mistaken. Here we go. It looks like they're going to rush it. And it looks like it should be Deuce Vaughn again for the rush. Wow. They actually gave it to Deuce Vaughn again. A 1-yard touchdown for Deuce Vaughn. Damn. And here's the thing. The LSU defense literally saw Deuce Vaughn like in the back, ready to receive, you know what I'm saying, the pass from the quarterback so they could rush it in and be able to score. And LSU defense non-existent. Deuce scored again. 4th touchdown for Deuce Vaughn. Field goal is good for 1. And guys, that covers the over 47.5. Like I said, Boom. Deuce Vaughn's 1-yard touchdown. And then the successful 1-point field goal makes this game now 42-7. It is a 35-point destruction at the moment. The fans are happy. The remaining fans, there's only like 8% of fans in the stadium, collectively between the LSU and Kansas State Wildcats. And then the parents of Deuce Vaughn, very excited, very ecstatic. And you know what? I got to commend the Kansas State quarterback because he knew that Deuce Vaughn wanted to score another touchdown. He gave him the football within seconds, and Deuce Vaughn scores his 4th touchdown of the game. Beautiful game by Deuce Vaughn, man. Not just scoring these short touchdowns, but also the long touchdowns, and also scoring these like long 20, 30, 40, almost 50-yard rushes through the LSU defense. The LSU defense has not been able to handle Deuce Vaughn. He has been an indestructible force and an immovable object. He's been the combination of the two. 4 touchdowns. And I think he should have close to 200 yards by now, especially since he had a 48-yard rush not too long ago on this drive. So, damn, I think he should have close to 200. Let me see real quick if I can find the stat sheets on this game. I would love to see if this guy has scored at least 200 yards because he's been phenomenal in this game. I'm not a Kansas State guy, but I'll tell you what, one thing I do appreciate is guys who can rush and score, like not only get high yards, but score touchdowns. And Deuce Vaughn, man, doing his thing out there. Right now, the Wildcats have scored in every quarter. They scored 7 in the first. They scored 14 in the second. They scored 7 in the third, and now they scored 14 in the fourth. So literally, their first and third quarters mirrored each other, and their second and fourth quarters mirrored each other. 7-14, 7-14. Wildcats. That's what they scored. 7 points, 14 points, 7 points, 14 points. That's how their 4 quarters break down. Unbelievable. This is crazy. Right now, I'm looking for the rushing. I want to see. Even the quarterback, the current quarterback, John Trey Kirkland, he's got 9 carries, 55 yards. So even he's had his way, you know. Where's this guy at? Let me see. I feel like he should have 200 yards. Well, let me actually look at the total team stats here. Damn, look at this complete domination on total team stats. Damn, somebody had the Tiger mask on and they took that shit off. Somebody took the LSU Tiger mask off and they just put that shit on the chair. I think somebody came dressed up as a tiger and they took that shit off. They were like, fuck this. They were like, fuck this tiger. They took it off. So, guys, look at these stats. Total yards, LSU 155 and the Wildcats 425. Unbelievable. Passing yards, 259 for the Wildcats and only 42 for LSU. Like absolute dominance on not only the total yards, but the passing yards. Rushing yards, Wildcats only a slight favorite. 166 yards compared to 113, bro. And then yards per play, 7.5 to 4.4 in favor of Wildcats. First down domination. Look at it. There's a guy in the audience that he took the there was a tiger mask. Somebody left the tiger mask in the chair, on an empty chair. Some random person came in and took the mask and left with it. Oh my goodness. They were like, fuck it, bro. My team lost, but I'm taking this as a souvenir. No, talk about them. Either that's an LSU fan or that's a Wildcat getting rid of the trash shit. Look at his first downs, 21 first downs for the Wildcats versus 8 first downs for LSU. 8 first downs for LSU in the entire game. How? Third down efficiency, 8 of 11 for the Wildcats, only 2 of 8 for LSU. Fourth down efficiency, 2 of 2 Wildcats, only 1 of 2 for LSU. Total plays, 57 to 36 in favor of Wildcats. Wildcats have only punted the football 1 time in the entire game versus LSU's 3. When have you ever seen a game where a team has only punted 1 time or possibly 0? Never seen that before. Penalties. Ironically, Wildcats have more. 8-5. Fumbles, none for either team. Interceptions, 2. LSU intercepted twice. No interceptions by LSU towards the Wildcats. So never did the Wildcats get their football intercepted. LSU has it twice intercepted. And then time of possession somehow ended up being almost even. Before, it was a complete blowout. It was like 13 minutes to 3 minutes when the game initially started. Now, Wildcats, 29 minutes, 35 seconds. LSU, 21 minutes and 24 seconds. So LSU started holding the football longer than what they were doing before. But unfortunately, they didn't turn that into points. So their time of possession went up, but their points remained the same throughout the entire game. So that's been a shit show for them. Here we go. LSU getting a rush play by number 21. Good enough for the first and a little bit more. All right. So LSU now trying to make a score before the game's over. It's not going to make a difference because there's only 8 minutes and 48 seconds to go, and you're losing 42-7. I don't know where that excitement was before, but here we go. And you know what's ironic? That LSU's colors are like purple and gold. Who's the real purple? Who's the real purple in here? LSU or Kansas State? Because Kansas State showed up and LSU did not. Here you go, guys. 42-7. LSU trying to at least score a touchdown before the game's over. Right now, they rushed it for about a good 8 or 9 yards. Again, number 21. And there it goes. They're getting close to the red zone. And they more than passed the 50-yard line. 8 minutes remaining, 2nd and 1. LSU still with the drive alive. Ooh. Week 18 has got Steelers versus Ravens. Actually, that game might be a waste of time because Ravens not making playoffs, and I don't even think Steelers are anywhere near playoff opportunity. I think they're currently an 11 or 12th seed. LSU goes for the first. They rush it. Number 21 gets it in. Good for about 3 yards. It's good for the first. 7 minutes and 33 seconds remaining. Texas Bowl is almost over. It's in the final quarter. Texas Bowl is almost over. Clock is still ticking. No timeouts being used. LSU has 2 timeouts. Kansas State has all 3. There's still a dedicated LSU Tiger fan in the building with a cowboy hat, and he has a blazer with the LSU colors that look like a tiger, like the tiger prints on it too. And out there like this, waving the towel, cheering on his team. A true LSU fan, staying to the bitter end, supporting his team. Now, that's a guy that I can respect. I don't care if your team's blown out. I can respect you if you're staying there watching the entire game. You paid for front row? Shit, you better stay. And he's front row. 6 minutes, 41 seconds to go. 2nd and 5. LSU looking to at least get 7 more points before the game's over. It's not going to make a difference in the scoreboard. It's not going to make a difference in the over and under because the game's already over. And it's not going to make a difference in the spread because the spread is 7 points. And this game is a 35-point deficit. So no matter what LSU does, the +7 is not going to hold up for Colton Hill. Right now, Colton Hill, where is Colton Hill at? I have not heard from Colton Hill in almost 3 hours. Again, the story of the night is this. LSU Tigers +7. He said, let's go Tigers. Not happening. Down by 35. Shit. Here we go. A razzle-dazzle play. They pass it. Oh, short of the touchdown. It's going to be at about the half-yard line. There is a flag. 5 minutes and 45 seconds remaining in the fourth. Who is the flag on? Might be on LSU. Yep. It looks like is it an illegal shift? Illegal motion by number 11. Damn. Come on, ref. LSU is pretty much done in this game, bro. You're going to call it illegal motion? I mean, yeah, you got to call it because you're a ref, but damn, son. Come on. These guys are getting torched out there. And he got it a first down and finally gets it to about the half-yard line. This is the closest that LSU has gotten it since the first 7 points that they scored. This is the closest they got to scoring another touchdown. And the referee, damn, bro, I feel bad for the LSU. I don't know if that's the new coach or if that's one of the coordinators, but his eyes are bloodshot red. He looks like he's gonna be in tears after this game. Like he's absolutely embarrassed about the outcome of this game. It was a 1st and 15. They get it roughly to about 13-yard line. It's gonna be a second down. 5 minutes, 1 second remaining in the fourth. And they're trying their best to go ahead and be able to score here. It's not going to make a difference in the outcome of the bets or a difference in the outcome of the game. We have another supporter showing up here. Thank you so much, says Vam Da Ong. Thank you for that. Again, I don't know what it means, but thank you for stopping by. And I hope that you enjoyed this stream and you will like, comment, subscribe. And please make sure to hit the bell notification so that you can stay alert and tuned in for any upcoming live streams. Hit that bell notification so that way it will let you know when I'm on. 4 minutes and 18 seconds to go. It is now third down. LSU. LSU still with the football. They got the ESPN girl out there. I think I've seen her actually before. If I'm not mistaken, I think I've seen her when I went to the Louisiana game. I went to go visit against LSU versus the Florida Gators, and I think that's the same chick that was out there. She's pretty cute. She is pretty cute. Here we go. LSU. Quarterback decides he's going to throw. Oh, LSU intended receiver, number 11, jumps in the air, catches it, but on the way down, unfortunately, Thomas Jr. cannot hold on, and Thomas Jr. drops the football in the end zone. Oh, had it, and no good. And damn, a roughhouse tactic by number 25 on the Kansas State. But hey, LSU's been doing that at Kansas State all game, so it was only right to return the favor. LSU still doesn't score. Another comment, Henry Max, dropping by, says, good job. Thank you, my friend. Make sure to like this. Make sure to like this. Drop any comments. Well, the video is almost over, so not much left to comment on. But like, subscribe, and hit the bell notification. Boom, a big-time pass to the end zone. Number 8 in LSU catches the football. Was he inbounds? Is it good? Yes, they give LSU the touchdown. So 15-yard reception by Malik Neighbors. LSU able to get at least one touchdown before the game's over. This is the only touchdown they scored in the second half. The other touchdown they scored was in the first half. At least they were able to go ahead and get a touchdown. The LSU band seems to be excited, and the LSU cheerleaders are excited, even though the team got their asses handed to them. Cheerleaders always still out there doing their thing. And the field goal is good. It is now 42-14. 42-14. LSU was able to get a big-time 15-yard receiving pass into the end zone. A lot of tight defense, but LSU was able to score. And here we go. Some more comments. Henry Max, don't forget to like the video. Make sure you hit the bell notifications and make sure you subscribe. There's going to be more football and more boxing and more everything coming soon this week, next week, and of course, anything upcoming for the near future. Eric says, touchdown Tigers. I should go get some sleep. It's been over. Oh, I know. But hey, man, when you're a true fan, you can just keep watching. Eric says, I got to work at 5 a.m., 4 a.m. your time. I've been up since 3 a.m. Yeah, I know the feeling, son. I've had so many continuous days like that. Rome says, holy a complete pass. And he says, yeah, I got to wake up at 3 for a watch along. So it looks like Romeo's going to be up late as well. Yeah, this cup's almost done, so might as well finish it now. Completed pass by LSU. Good for a touchdown. So, why not? The final shot for the final touchdown. Henry Max says, are you broadcasting the title game? Yes, sir. Hell yes. Definitely broadcasting that. I I know a lot of people that were here today are going to tune in, and then, of course, a lot of new people will show up. Hell yeah, we're going to tune in. There's going to be a lot of shit talking in that game because Georgia against Alabama, the rematch that you've all been waiting for, the Stone Cold Steve Austin and The Rock Part 3 is what Georgia versus Alabama Part 2 is going to be next week, Monday. Ironically, on a Monday, too. It's going to be a beautiful game. I think Georgia is going to pull an upset. They're going to surprise Alabama. I think that they have to get revenge in that game. So, yes, tune in. I will be broadcasting that game. We will be discussing that play-by-play, touchdown by touchdown, and first down by first down. Going to be covering that from beginning to end. So if you hit the bell notification, well, first off, if you hit subscribe and then you hit that bell notification, it should send you an alert. But yes, I will be tuning in and I will be hosting another one of these live streams just like this. That's going to be a big time college football game. And I wanted Georgia to make it because I feel that if it wouldn't have been Georgia, it wouldn't have been as crucial or as competitive. So the fact that Georgia's looking to get revenge, it's going to be a good one. That's going to be a good one. So yes, Henry Max, make sure you like this video, but also subscribe and hit that bell. Hit the bell after you subscribe so it can send you the notification. You'll have fun on that one. I'm going to have different people on here, and a lot of people will be commenting, so you're more than welcome to return, my friend. Eric says, Brad Davis is interim head coach for this game only. And he says, Brian Kelly is our new head coach. Guys, don't forget, I'll be broadcasting. If this Thursday also, if it's a good football game, I've got to check the lineup. If it's a good Thursday night lineup, be broadcasting. If I don't broadcast on Thursday, just know that this Sunday I will most definitely be broadcasting because there is a lot of playoff possibilities that can happen. Seeds may be changing again. They definitely changed in the last 2 weeks, the last 2 Sundays. So tune in for this Thursday and this Sunday. If there's not too much going on Thursday as far as the football game being a good one, I may just skip it and we'll do Sunday. But definitely tune in. Double check your YouTubes and see if I'm in there for Thursday. But for sure, at the bare minimum, I'll be here Sunday and, of course, Monday for the college game for Georgia versus Alabama, the championship game. You know we can't miss that one. That one's got to be broadcasted. Also, I did do boxing a couple weeks ago, so if any other boxing comes up that seems legit, I may tune in for some of those. Nothing yet in the works from what I know. And UFC. I used to do UFC a few times. I think I haven't done it in a while. So UFC, be doing some coverage on that whenever it's the next big fight. I think it's either 269 or 270. I think it's 269, if I'm not mistaken, is coming up. And I don't know if that's the one that McGregor is going to be in or somebody else. But I know that there's some big fights coming up. I think it might be a heavyweight championship fight, if I'm not mistaken, on that 269 or whatever is the one that's coming up. So, yeah, might start doing some UFC for any of those of you guys that are fans of UFC. We already have that comment. Already showed that. And Romeo says, a new LSU era begins next year. We will see. LSU, by the way, coming to Florida for the Swamp Game, a big-time rivalry game. If you guys are true LSU fans, bring your candy asses to Florida, and we will be able to pregame, we'll tailgate, and we will have a phenomenal turnout for the LSU versus the Florida Gators. That's going to be a big-time game in the Swamp for the 2022 season. Romeo says, go Tigers, even though they're down still by about 28 points. Romeo says, no games Thursday, 2 on Saturday. So may go ahead and do that. Henry Max says, are you carrying National Signing Day in February? I don't know. We'll see. And then let's see. Romeo says UFC 270, January 22nd, heavyweight title. Yep, that was the one I was talking about, 270. I think the last one I tried to cover was 269. And what happened is that I kind of like screwed it up because I didn't know if YouTube was still under those, strict guidelines. So what I initially tried to do was I tried to stream the pay-per-view onto the camera. And unfortunately, even if you mute the video, if the visual is a pay-per-view, YouTube will take down the video. So if you do any of the above, if you watching a pay-per-view with audio on, if you're doing only audio of the pay-per-view or of, sports or anything copyrighted basically. So whether it's visual only, audio only, or both, they take it down. And so I tried to be slick, and it let me do it for the first 10 or 15 minutes because I think it didn't recognize what it was. As soon as I zoomed in, it cut the UFC off. So unfortunately I couldn't I didn't cast anything. But now, because it's been a while since I was on YouTube, now that I know their guidelines are still strict, I'm doing the live streams like this. So for UFC 270, January 22nd, sounds good to me. That's actually the heavyweight fight that I've been waiting for. That's going to be a classic. And that one should be an all-out brawl. It might end in the first or second round, but that one should be a good brawl. Eric says, candy ass. Sounds like a challenge. Of course, I don't think you guys are actual candy asses, but what I would say is that you guys for sure can tune in. Fly out here, man, for that LSU Gators game. It's going to be a classic. If you're a bona fide LSU fan, come down to the swamp, show up, even if you got nosebleeds, and we'll go ahead and, we'll tailgate, we'll pregame, then we'll go to our respective seats, enjoy the game, and then afterwards we'll go ahead and either at halftime or after the game, we can go grab something to eat. I'm telling you guys, even if you're not a Florida Gators fan, if you're an LSU fan, or if you just like a competitive game, a rivalry game, show up. There is going to be a game, LSU versus Florida Gators this year. It's going to be in Florida at the Swamp in Gainesville. Eric says, forever LSU. And then Romeo says, damn, Dana White won, Ola TV 0. Yep, they said cut that shit off. They were like, we are not giving the feed for anybody else to see this shit for free. So they cut it off. They gave no opportunities. And by the way, guys, if there's anything coming up in either college football, either in pro football, in UFC or boxing that I'm not aware of, and you guys see it, hear about it, or if I haven't, posted anything about me broadcasting it, send me a DM, send me a message to Instagram, Facebook, send me a comment on YouTube. Just send me something that's going to let me know that you guys want something to be broadcasted. We'll go ahead and cover it, especially if it's a hot ticket and I forgot about it. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm human. Sometimes I might forget. My apologies, by the way, guys, to those who wanted to tune in this past Sunday and Monday. So Sunday, I did do 3 games in one broadcast. I covered 3 NFL pro football teams in that same broadcast. A lot of great games. I covered Chiefs versus Bengals. Super dope game. I covered the Dolphins versus the Titans. Titans destroyed the Dolphins 34-3. And then I had also covered the Rams and the Ravens. A phenomenal comeback by the Rams. Ravens dominated the entire game. They were up the entire game. And then the last 2 or 3 minutes, they absolutely shitted on themselves and let the Rams score a touchdown. The Rams take the lead by 1. And then Ravens never looked back after that. They were never able to go ahead and return the favor and score the 3 in the final remaining time. So that was crazy. Those 3 games were all phenomenal. Obviously, 2 of the 3 were a little bit more competitive than the other one. But if you guys noticed, I didn't cover any of the 4:00 games, and I didn't cover the primetime game. I covered 3 games of 1 p.m., which to me, those were the hottest games of the Sunday that just passed. If you guys want to catch that coverage, it was great coverage. It was great broadcasting. It was great comedy, and it was great interaction. Go ahead and catch it. It's on the YouTube channel. Henry Max says, any chance Jacksonville beats the Colts to help Pittsburgh? Jacksonville to beat the Colts, very, very possible. And I'll tell you why. Jacksonville's terrible, right? I'm not a Jacksonville fan. They're terrible. And the Colts, they basically can't get first at this point because Tennessee won. So Tennessee pretty much clinched the division. So really, the Colts are just fighting for the opportunity to just, to make playoffs in the wild card. There's still a few teams that can bump them out. So, Jacksonville is going to go out there and try to ruin the plan. So, yes, I think there's a chance. Is it a big chance? I don't think so. It's a very slim chance. I think the Colts are going to play their heart out. But again, you know how these teams are. They know they got nothing to lose. They're going to put everything they can to risk and put everything on the line to try to destroy the playoff opportunities, for these other teams that are trying to make it or trying to hold on to a position. So, yes, do I think there's a chance for Jacksonville to beat the Colts? Absolutely. Weird shit always happens the last week of the season. But I think Colts may hold up. Pittsburgh has got slim pickings, man. I mean, I said it earlier in this broadcast, even though it wasn't about NFL. Steelers got to play the Ravens. That's already a rivalry game right there. It's also a divisional game. So Ravens already are most likely not making playoffs. They got bumped after that loss. They got bumped 2 or 3 times already within the last 3 or 4 Sundays. They keep dropping down. They went from like first to like second, and then they dropped from I think it was like fourth to like 7th seed to 8th to I don't know what seed now. So I think Ravens are going to play their heart out just to destroy Pittsburgh's opportunity. And I think that the Colts, Jacksonville may try to, destroy the Colts' opportunity. So slim pickings for Pittsburgh, to be quite honest. And they're going to Baltimore, even though there's no Lamar Jackson, but they're going to be in Baltimore territory. But I think Pittsburgh will win that game most likely, even though it's in Baltimore. Guys, not too much time left on this one. It's like 42 seconds left on the clock. Neither team has scored. It's still 42-14. Second down. Fourth quarter is about to end. The 000s are almost here. So, yeah, it's going to be a very interesting Sunday. So I'm just going to let you guys know I'm going to be covering as many of the hot ticket games as I can. And I'll do my best to cover not only the 1 o'clock games, but the 4 o'clock and the 8 o'clock. The other reason why I didn't cover the 4 o'clock and the 8 o'clock for this past Sunday, I've done it for previous Sundays where I'll do like 3 streams. And one stream will be like, 3 games. The next stream will be about 2 games or 1 game or maybe 4 games. And then, of course, the final stream will be like 1 game for the primetime game. The reason why I didn't do this Sunday is because I didn't feel there was a lot of good games to cover for the 4 o'clock games. The best game on the 4 o'clock lineup for this past Sunday was Arizona versus, Dallas. And I didn't think that was interesting enough. The 8 o'clock game was the Green Bay game. I didn't think that was going to be interesting enough because I already figured Green Bay was going to easily win. And I figured, and then there's a guy who's a Green Bay Packers fan. His name is like Tom Grassi, and he has a huge Packers channel. So I figured, why even cover? I'm pretty sure he's going to get all the fans to watch. So I figured that was going to be no opportunity for me to really cover that one. You know what I'm saying? But, guys, score update. The game is over. LSU scores a touchdown at the very end. Somehow they escape. They score a touchdown. 000s. Final score 42-20. Even though 42-20 sounds like a little bit more of a respectable score in college, we all know this shit was not a 42-20 game. This was more like a 100 to 19-point game. You know what I'm saying? This game felt more like an 81-point blowout than a 22-point finish. So final score is officially 42-20. 000s on the clock. The game is officially over. Touchdown by LSU at the very end. So that will wrap it up, guys. I appreciate your time. Again, don't forget to like this video. Leave me any comments for any future stuff you want to see. Subscribe so that you can stay up to date and hit the bell notification so that you can get those alerts as soon as I go live stream. Guys, we will see you soon. I hope you guys are all following. I appreciate the time. Seaplane says, enjoy the commentary and be safe. Seaplane, thank you. I appreciate you stopping by. Thank you for the compliment, and I appreciate you dropping comments on here. I hope that you did hit a like, but more importantly, that you hit the subscribe and the bell notification so you can come back for the future games. Henry, you were a delight as well. Thank you, my friend. He says, glad I found you. Same here, brother. I'm glad you found the channel. I do my best to do as much color commentary and make this as, as up to date and comedic as possible. We've got a lot of videos that you guys might want to see that for the previous Sundays and Mondays and all those other games. There's other games on there you guys will definitely enjoy. Go check those out. And if you guys want to see a lot of comedy, the Jake Paul versus Tyron Woodley, I know it's an old fight, and you probably already know the results from, a long time ago. But if you just want to relive that opportunity and you want to relive the fight in a comedic fashion, though, in a comedic format, watch that game, because in that game, I was super funny. The people that tuned in were funny on the comments, so I'm sure you'll enjoy that. Even though it's an old fight, you'll enjoy the video. So Thank you, guys. Thank you for saying you enjoyed the commentary. I hope everyone stays safe. Be blessed. We'll see you soon in a few days. And thank you for joining. It's Ola TV. Have yourselves a good night. See you soon.